1d4 plus 1 the Amber Wars. Quick note before we get started this evening. Reminder to go over to threadmancer.com and use the promo code AmberWars at checkout, all lowercase, all one word, to get free shipping on all orders over $25. And if you or someone you know is a graphic designer, they are currently seeking someone to round out the rest of their classes for their D&D patches. So if you want to make an artificer and a gunslinger patch, go send them an email on their website, and hopefully we hear from you soon so I can buy the artificer.
You want to say that? You want to do it once more?
Okay.
Hello and welcome once This is every week now.
Artie Fisher.
We are also joined this evening by our friend Kendall, well, Anne's friend Kendall, and now our friend Kendall.
Hello. She's only my friend.
Only Anne's friend.
Yeah, no one else.
I'm
can
no
have
one's
her.
friend.
What about Anne's only friend?
Well,
Ooh, that's better. I like that.
it's
John,
not
turn the
wrong.
stream off. Do it
It's
again.
not.
We got it.
But then I'm your only friend.
Previously,
That's not
having left
Double barrels. This is why you guys are on opposite sides.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I hate
I thought
this
about
already.
rearranging it, but this is
It's
more
already
fun.
the worst.
Plus-
possible.
I love Kendall, so.
See? You're not my only friend.
Oh yeah, I had nothing to do with that.
I'm so confused.
Previously.
Dennis never had a friend, guys.
Ryan's alone.
Doo-doo. Yoo-hoo.
Thanks
Wait,
for
where's
go
my
out.
camera? Where's my camera? Where's my
Where
camera?
am I?
There it is.
Having left the village of Cropfield, hangovers in tow, you journeyed toward Duskgrave. As you warily passed the figure you had met in Cropfield, a cleric of prayers called Vic Athlock, you arrived as the sun began to set in Duskgrave. Making your way to the docks, you were directed to a tavern called the Rusty Anchor, and Fenric was reunited with his brother Julius, who, after a brief punch in the face, agreed to take you out of the country. Making your way onto the streets, you saw Vic Athlock preaching to the people of a coming change for Dinar, a new pantheon of 3 watchful overlords. The light of Heaven's Gate awoke in the distance and reached the sky as you fled. As you exited the range of the magical dead zone, you noticed that your powers returned to you, and that the rift in core was just as present as the last time you saw it. As you took in this new information, a deckhand by the name of Tavon brought food to your table on the main deck. With a blanket of stars overhead, and the cool night air blowing across the deck, an occasional spray of salt water splashing upward and dissipating into a fine mist, the party stands frozen for a moment. Julius sits next to his brother Fenric at the table, who is still processing the story he just heard about all of your guys' adventures, from death to the academy to Zadara to the Nine Hells to present. The elven deckhand, whose name cannot be spoken aloud, stands at the helm. Before you all stands a friendly-looking human man, his shoulder-length blonde hair blowing in the wind, a short stubbled beard covering his jaw. He carries a tray of bread, salted meat, and fruit in his hands, along with a large bottle of port tucked under one arm. Kismet, Roland, and Fenric, clearly recognizing Commander Othis. He leans forward, half smiling, and places the food on the table before Julius, and says, "We should be to the lighthouse to get supplies soon, Julius." Julius smiles and says, "Thank you, Tavon." What do you do?
I just want you to keep role-playing between the two of them. I'm fine.
Oh yes, this port's very nice.
Is this the stuff we got from Core? Yes, it is.
That was my jaw hitting the table.
Were we like sitting at the table?
Yeah, you guys are all like standing or sitting like just around this big round
eating pizza.
plank of wood.
Toilet paper.
I never turned down some toilet paper. Don't throw that at me. Do not. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just worried about the low-hanging camera. Perfect. You know what? I'm just going to cut this video clip there of that happening and post it as our promo on our Twitch page. Feel like this? Is this anything? Is this what you want?
So many uses. Plates,
I
tissue.
feel like I need to get all of the silly out before I react to Othis. Like,
That's fair.
Yeah. So what is Othis doing
I'm gonna
again?
come back in 2 seconds.
He-
yeah,
he
Kendall's getting
just-
more beer.
He walked up to the table and had a tray of food, set it on the table in front of Julius,
You just bring it.
grabbed the bottle of port, set it down, and is just sort of like stepping back. He's not reacting to any of you that he.
No.
That he
Hello,
recognized.
how's it going?
Fine, friend. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Desmond Bubble.
What's your name?
Nice.
Tavon.
Tavon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Desmond.
Tay Avon?
No.
Cool.
I stand up, like very loudly pushing my chair back.
Hello? Are you okay?
What's wrong with the child?
Well, just wait. You'll know.
I'm
So?
looking at everyone. I'm looking at Fenric and Roland and Theon.
Theon is just like back in his chair, reclined, just. Fingers steepled, like you can like see smoke coming out of his ears as he's trying to figure out what is happening to him right now.
How long ago did... What, that was Roland, right? You
That
saw
Roland
in the
scried
scry?
him.
Yeah, that
How
would have
long
been
ago?
a
Like
couple
6
weeks.
Really? Like a couple
Like-
weeks?
Cause wasn't that while we were still at the school?
I think you scried him in Zadara.
Oh.
Jeez.
So yeah, like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Julius leans in. Is everything okay?
Is your middle... No. Okay.
Yes. No.
What?
Fuck.
Good job. You almost did it.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Where'd you find this one, Julius?
Well, he sort of found us.
How long ago? Are you...
Roland, if you could move your mic a little closer to your face, is the miming that's happening.
That's not what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go right there. Yeah.
I love ham radio.
Can that be a fun audience to try to garner?
Listen to our podcast on ham radio.
Better than the rest of whatever you
Technically,
idiots
the
are
International
doing.
Space Station
But
could
then
pick
how
it
much
up
time
then.
would you waste saying breaker breaker before everyone?
Waste? We got him 6-7 months ago or so. He was washed up near the lighthouse, and the lighthouse keeper sort of nursed him back to health, and we
Where? What lighthouse?
he points over your shoulder, and like there's that giant orb of different colored lights that are just flashing is
My house. Got it.
yes no
Does the amount of hair growth correspond to? Hang on. Yeah, correspond to he's like got washed up 6 or 7 months ago and hasn't cut it since.
it would seem that way. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it looks like he's cleaned it up since then.
Well,
but he
yeah,
just
like
sort of
trim,
kept it.
get rid of his dead ends.
Yes, yeah, he cleaned up the neck and the cheek, but especially all that saltwater damage from sitting in that ocean. Forget about it.
Well, yeah. I like lean over to Theon and I'm like, is there a way to like fuck with scrying
How do you mean?
based on this timeline? If this is what? Huh?
I don't know what's happening.
Neither do I.
I mean, it's him, right?
Washed up on shore, you say? That must have been a horrible experience.
I don't remember much of it. I just sort of remember waking up in the lighthouse with the lighthouse keeper sort of tending to my wounds, and
A fucking
all you
lovely
remember?
story.
That's it. That's all that's up there.
pretty much.
Great. Just getting a vibe.
Is there a way to do like a blood test?
I mean,
I could cast.
You don't know what I'm testing for.
Herpes.
I'm getting the drift.
Of what?
Wood.
he does like a little bit more so than Kismet and Theon. Like Theon and this guy absolutely look like siblings.
Yes,
Hey, Tavon, can you take a step to your right? Look. Yeah, another one.
Sure, okay.
And another.
Are they standing next to each other now?
If you've worked him into that position, he's like
Yes.
Theon is sitting with Theon
Yeah.
standing like next to and a little bit behind him.
Ha!
Is this
Wow.
better?
Is this anything?
Yes, this is good. This is doing it for me.
Does
Glad,
anyone
glad to help.
does anyone have a mirror?
No, you mirror.
Wow. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. If you don't need anything else, Captain, I'm going to go help Nonamia with the...
Dumb.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for you, buddy. Are you guys good? Is something wrong with Tavon?
No,
Time's
Unknown.
great. Honestly, what a miracle that he survived such a misfortune.
Oh yeah. Well, when he was found, his bones were all busted up. They said he was.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a technical.
He was born with paper skin and glass.
Glass bones. Yeah.
Every morning he woke up and broke his legs.
That's a terrible thing to be laughing about.
It's
Like,
SpongeBob.
I understand, but like that line out of context, where I'll just like.
Oh
giggling
yeah.
at.
No, it's good. It's a good line.
Has he left the room yet?
Tavon,
He stops. Yes.
have you seen yourself in a mirror?
Yes.
Have you seen the man sitting next to you?
Only just now. Hello. Yeah.
do you think the man next to you is handsome?
Who do you think is the handsomest out of all of them?
Shooting finger gun back.
Do you find this gentleman handsome?
Yes, I suppose.
Do you have high self-esteem?
That's what I was gonna say. Well, I told this.
I try to keep a humble mind. Having a lot of pride doesn't do you much good while you're on a sailing vessel.
That's a
So.
very healthy.
I rolled my eyes so hard I strained them.
You what?
I rolled my eyes so hard I got a headache.
Kismet is coughing like this.
I'm sorry, you all seem to be.
You two just look alike. You know?
We're seasick.
Weird. You can like still see like in the distance. You can still see land behind you.
It's fast onset.
I have disadvantage.
He has 2 points of exhaustion.
Oh.
Very ill. Can you tell by my sunglasses?
My sunglasses.
Wait, do you mean ill in terms of the cool teen context?
Yes. You're very right.
You look a lot like somebody we know, and not just him.
What?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, yeah, an old coworker of mine.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm waiting till he leaves, just so you know.
Okay.
Bye.
And to answer your question, I would have to choose the elephant gentleman.
I agree.
He carries himself well,
Yeah.
Thank you.
and he walks
Elephants
away.
are big dicks.
And he walks up to the helm with no name yet. I took great pleasure in writing that. I hope you know.
Name you. Yeah, her sister.
So
named
he is seemingly out of earshot at this point.
Hey, yo, Julie, Gus, did you ever take a look at the general of the forces of Dinar before everything seemingly was fine in Dinar?
Not really. I was up in Gatekeep for a while. Then I kind of got back down to Heaven's Gate. I'm not, I mean, no offense to my brother here. He's sort of more connected than I am. I'm just sort of a craftsman as far as as far as like the military comings and goings of Dinar, they don't really have much to do with, my line of work.
Would he have ever come out and like visited me in like the Paladin barracks, etc.?
It's a very closed
Yeah.
environment. You certainly could have met up with him.
Yeah.
But
he wouldn't have been
in
like
the city.
in the compound.
Yeah,
and stuff.
he could not do a college visit per se.
So, like, the festival that was today was to commemorate the sacrifice of the General Othis.
hmm
And people just don't know what he looks like.
I mean, there's some sculptures of him.
Well, you do know what he looks like. Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Oh, is he that guy? And I pointed.
You think that Tavon is Commander Othis of the Legions of the Paladins of Dinar?
Yep. He used to be
Have
my
you
boss.
watched him try to tie a rope? He's hopeless.
I think
Yeah, he's also
ropeless.
he also used to be a dick.
He has trauma.
How to roll his robless legs.
two disappointments.
Do you know what mine is? I'm disappointed I didn't say it.
Yeah. There's a large chance.
I don't know about that.
It's either that or his twin brother, because he was literally my commander.
Yeah, that's it. Hold on. Yeah, that's a great question,
Yeah.
Fiat.
How many?
See how to do the kid?
How many?
Just the one that I'm aware of. Just the one. I just Othis myself and.
This one, yes.
Julius,
Like men in the
where
eye
was
nasty.
Tavon 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Tavon 2 or 3 weeks ago with me. Well, we were up at the lighthouse getting supplies, but
Tell me more about this lighthouse.
Do we
Well-
think the lighthouse is what you saw?
That is curious. That could be.
And also, I don't know much about it, but is it always a physical? It's like a physical. Do you see it at the physical location? It's not a.
Let me grab my other notebook real quick.
It's not a metaphor for him being trapped in his own mind.
No.
Roland has to check his notes.
I
I'm gonna
understand.
check his notes.
Oh,
Roland?
I can feel the silence. Don't I? I'll keep talking.
Wait.
Yes.
So you're saying this man here just looks like this other person, this
Ye-
Othis.
Yeah, but like,
He certainly doesn't act like him.
no, also though, he said he washed up on shore with no memory of anything. Basically, if ever, Phoenix blood.
Oh, so
That's
he,
true.
So he
floated
was.
around in the ocean.
So
Did not die.
he was reborn. You're saying.
Maybe, or he didn't die, or that would be the way to find out if this is Othis.
Theon, you keep your memories.
Oh, so we
after you
throw
die,
that man
right?
in the ocean. and what if
Usually,
he's
yeah.
not?
Are you reborn into like what you are now? You should come back as a baby. We haven't discussed this yet.
Have
Now I'm
you
curious.
once. But you return in the form you sort of left it. You have a little bit of say in it, but
Younger, hotter, one of those.
I mean, within reason. I guess.
Isn't it all him?
It's more just like both like
As-
dying at the same time. It was
You
great.
can come back at roughly another point in your general timeline. You can't come back with, wings or something.
Fuck.
Damn it.
It's pretty cool having
I did
Yeah.
it once. I did it once for 1 hour.
Wait.
So
Such a
fucking
short
funny.
How
amount
long
of
does it
time.
take you to return back to life?
Sometimes it depends on the severity of the death. Mine was simply a mishap with an experiment, so there was an explosion and I was back within a week.
Where? Where?
I assume
Explosion?
library.
It's just in the, yeah.
No,
we're just
where
doing
did you come back? In the same place?
Yeah,
Like, same. Well,
Where your body
maybe where
was.
your head was, because I assumed you were all over the place.
I guess I can't really say for sure, but
All right, we gotta test this. I pull out a dagger.
I'd rather
No.
I don't think we have that much time.
I think I'm obligated to say that's not a good idea.
I think it was
Can you
a
do
pretty
something
bad
with
death.
No, we do it to Trayvon.
This,
touch it to him, and if it glows.
that, I have no fucking clue.
That's what I was
I got
wondering.
this like 2 days ago.
Do you know?
Leon, do you have another one?
Another one, what?
Do you have whatever color Kismet says you have?
The amulets
I have a blue one.
that only talk to you.
Yes, I have a blue one,
You
yes.
touch it to his head or something.
do you have one for?
Do I have one?
Do you have one for?
For
Othis?
OT?
No.
Does
Shay-
identify
Shavon?
work
I don't
on
know what to
people?
call him.
No.
OT. Overtime.
Roland, how do you feel about this testing Trayvon?
Mark.
To see if
No, Tavon.
no Trayvon.
Shut up.
It's
Tra-
Tay Haven.
Trevor.
Tay.
What if we tested that man by murdering him? But he'll come back to life if he is who we think he is.
I mean, I'd volunteer.
Mm-hmm. Unsurprising.
I mean, there's a chance that it's not, though, and then he won't.
But he looks so much like him.
I was gonna say, how confident are all of you to put blame on this man that you're not willing to kill him?
Like, it's. I mean, I could get just some personal closure by killing him.
Sure.
This is the
And
first
that's
time
always
really.
valuable.
I don't know, I really haven't heard Fenric
I say
often
that
talk
out loud?
about killing as the thing he would want to do.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool, though. Sometimes. You've seen the jar. No.
Out of context, that is like the worst thing I've ever heard.
How is Julius looking?
He's just sort of listening to the conversation. Whenever you say, like, kill him, he, like, raises a finger to protest, but then the subject changes again, so he lowers his finger back down.
I say, it's family problems. He might, if he's who we think he is, he's their family.
Does anyone have zone of truth?
Where's your cup?
Yeah, I can't see. Your finger's blurry.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Also, though, that only works if they know they're.
But we can find out something, maybe. Better than nothing.
He's a liar.
Yeah, we can see if he really doesn't know anything. Can anyone like
What if
dig
he's
around in
pretending?
his
What
head?
if he's in hiding?
Not really, no.
How often have you been in hiding?
Me?
We found him in hell.
I just wanted to make fun of how he's
Well, I'm
headed.
from
sorry.
there. I wanted to hide where I'm from.
So, how much longer till we get to shore?
It's
10,
a shore.
15 minutes.
Oh wait, the shore is in the shore that...
We're going to need to stop at the lighthouse for supplies because we can't cross the ocean with nothing.
We can inspect and see if there's a torture chamber in the lighthouse.
Or maybe
This
we
is my
just
playroom.
bring him back there to see if anything jogs his memory a little bit.
He was already there.
Yeah.
We stop off the lighthouse quite often, if that helps.
Does he do a separate job at the lighthouse?
Not really. He spends a lot of time with the sort of proprietor of the lighthouse, but that's about it.
Doing what?
Well, the keeper of the lighthouse is some kind of researcher of some kind.
Okay. Cool.
You're saying researchers can't have torture chambers?
No one's
You
saying
don't know what
that.
experiments they do.
Two things can... Wait, what? One thing can be... Wait.
Two things can go into one thing? Wait.
Different things mean different things.
One man can be two men.
Take us to the lighthouse, good man.
Done.
Yeah, we just like wash up on shore right as you say that.
Run aground. About 10-15 minutes later, you see come into view a tall, dark gray building with small windows and dim firelight peeking out through windows. Up at the top of the spire, you see a coalescence of color shifting and flowing in an ever-changing, almost hypnotizing pattern. As the ship called the Skylark's Trill, by the way, drops anchor.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just to the west of the tower, you can see a small group of rockhopper penguins nesting sleepily
Aw.
along the edge.
He's good.
Where are we?
Penguins.
I understand.
Where are we, penguins?
Everybody shut up! Penguins!
We're in Penguin-popolis.
That's Mr. Popper's house.
Mr. Mr.
God.
Popper's the researcher.
Bob,
He's trying to turn out this into a penguin
No,
and it
leave
isn't
it.
working.
I need to hear it now.
You know what poppers are?
Yes.
Jalapeno poppers.
Yeah.
No, not those.
This, but at nighttime.
This bug at night.
Ooh,
Nice.
so great you have a combat map prepped.
You never know.
Okay.
Penguins are dangerous.
One of the penguins has a gun.
Fuck!
It's a pop gun.
And a little flag comes out and it says hooray.
Bang.
I
Says
was just thinking that
welcome.
we were suddenly in Gotham for some reason. What's going
There's a bunch of new Danny DeVitos running around on the shoreline.
Yay.
Who's in my nest? You're in my nest. This isn't your nest. Get out of here.
Was that just two people?
Two Danny
There's
DeVitos.
two Danny
Danny
DeVitos.
DeVito.
Two nude, now I'm saying lubricated Danny DeVitos. Because they got a slide on their tummies.
Yeah, it kind of says yeah.
That's true.
That's just the sound they make when they run.
God.
I'll be here all night.
You will.
I know.
As the ship comes to a stop a little ways away from the rock formation itself, Nonamia and Tavon begin to tie off the sails and kind of hunker everything down. Julius begins to lower a rowboat over the side and says, who's coming ashore then?
I'm watching Tavon tie off the sail to see if he's really hopeless.
He looked like Nonamia is like not even looking and just like wrapping things up, and he's like going along and going,
The rabbit
The
goes
bunny
in the
go-
hole.
no,
Yep.
around.
Can I go try to help him?
Sure. Just go ahead and make a general dexterity check.
I'm rolling 2.
You got a 4.
I got a 13.
13? Yeah. You help him tie that knot pretty well. He's like, thank you.
You're welcome.
You sailed before?
What?
Oh.
Just being friendly, you know.
Have a clear memory of how the knots work then.
I'd,
Just like knots in general, really.
I'd be surprised if you remembered anything from. Wait, were you not drunk? I'm sorry.
I'm always listening.
Hold
That's what I
up!
thought.
Why do you know nuts?
Because that's how fast you travel. at sea.
No!
Because it's part of the job.
It's from his ill-fated expedition trying to find the Northwest Pass.
So who's coming ashore?
Should I roll stealth
that
twice?
could
Yes,
have
go ahead and
been
roll stealth with advantage.
a BDSM thing, but it went in a very different
That's what I was
direction.
24.
I was expecting to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting too.
I
I was not gonna deny it either.
am entranced.
He's a
You
By the
easily
lighthouse.
like hop onto the rowboat and
Oh,
like
yeah, I
kinda
want to go too.
climb up to the like the tippy top front of it in the little corner and kind of put yourself
I go,
down
like,
in.
But like really quiet.
I am also going to shore, but when I am looking at the lighthouse, I'm looking for where a torture chamber would be in a lighthouse.
Are we all gonna
Do you
go?
have advantage on those checks?
If you all would like to go and take 2 trips, but you can certainly do so.
I think that's part of Kizit's background.
I mean, the rave is part of my background, so
True.
there's that.
Like the rave in Milwaukee? Yeah, same.
Tavon
Becca,
begins to
nice.
climb down into the boat. And Julia says, Nonamia, why don't you stay with the ship tonight? We'll have Tavon come out and do a change on the watch, and you can sleep inside for a while, too. She nods and continues bunkering everything down on the ship.
Battening the hatches.
Battening hatches. trimming mizzen masts. You know.
Okay.
The normal
I
terms.
do know. I do know.
I'll wait for
Border.
I will wait for whichever rowboat ride Tavon is going on.
He's in the first one.
Then I'm fucking climbing in.
Climb
He
down. He like
capsized.
gets to like climb down. He's like, "You need any help? It can be kind of tricky jumping into the boat."
No.
Okay.
Wait, hold
I'll
on.
go on the second one. I'm drinking something apparently.
Okay.
I don't think I laughed.
Wait,
Too loud.
so we're just getting rowboats to the
One
shore?
one boat or two boats.
Oh,
He'll go and then come back for the rest.
no, it's fine. I'll do it myself. And I make my houseboat appear.
Okay.
I jump into the water and make it appear as I'm falling.
I
Okay.
jump in after Desmond.
Oh, we're doing
That's-
this? I jump into.
That's still probably gonna be fall damage.
Yeah, whatever. It looks cool.
Okay.
Can I get on the houseboat from the rowboat?
How close did you put it next to the rowboat?
I don't know, just off the edge of the ship.
Just
So
off
probably
the
pretty
ship.
close.
Yeah, you could probably like make an athletics or acrobatics
Seems
check.
really fun.
Desmond, take 7 points of fall damage.
Whatever.
Do I take more for doing a superhero landing or less?
Are you jumping off the side of the boat?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
wanted
the same.
to do it too.
11 to Fenric and
Jesus Christ.
2 to Ira. Snake eyes.
Hell
Ira
yeah.
fucking lands it.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
I rolled my ankle.
It's kind of Ira's. Yeah, okay. This might be where it happens. As you like
Coming for you.
hit it, like you don't anticipate the waves of this thing materializing, so the tip of your boat goes up, and as you're jumping in, Ira, you notice a definite kerplunk into the water between the two boats.
Did anyone else hear that?
Did you jump down?
No, I know not.
What, you mean you're super sick landing? You don't have to brag.
Maybe it was part of that. I don't know. Did one of you throw like a shoe or a small chest in the
I'm gonna
water?
turn off my
Just this
invisibility, and so you guys just see like one really small hand coming up in between, going like.
There's something in there.
Can I can't. I don't know how big the houseboat is. Can I reach? My arms are like a foot.
Yeah, we'd say
So
you
am
could
I.
probably reach. So,
I'm gonna try to grab your hand and pull you up.
alright, yeah, easily enough. You're strong enough there. Bobbing around in the water, you pull up this bedraggled looking gnome.
That's not what I was expecting.
How tall are you?
Small.
Look, I found a
Me
match.
too.
I don't know how tall a gnome is. How tall a gnome is.
Like just shorter than a halfling.
Sure, yeah. So
I'm like
just-
3 feet, like 3'6".
I would say I'm probably like.
You can certainly make it on the low end.
I'm
if you
kind
would
of
like.
no. I'm kind of tall for a gnome.
Okay.
But like for a gnome, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
sure.
So I'm like
Like-
probably approaching 3 feet, but not quite.
Okay.
3'3".
And right now I'm just like a ball on the ground.
It's a wet cat. Are you okay? Meow.
Sorry, you guys seemed like you were having kind of a tense moment. I didn't really know how to
You were right.
insert myself. I don't swim so good though.
Yes, you need to wait.
Well, welcome to my boat. I'm the captain here.
He is.
You're
Thank you.
you're also a boat captain?
Yes, look at me.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
What?
Wow, you're like
I don't like this dynamic already. I don't know why. I just don't like it.
What? Or don't. Do I have something in my tusk?
no, your tusks are beautiful. They're so long. I just
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, I blush. Well, I have to turn away.
wow.
I don't
glowing.
know. Elephant blushes. But
Hello, my name is Sprocket. It's nice to meet you. I've been on your boats for probably a little while. I think there's probably some family stuff happening, which is very exciting.
Yes.
Does boat one witness any of this?
Boat one has begun to like move away. And,
Yeah.
like you can probably hear them if you're like actively doing it, but Theon is like looking anywhere but that way. I don't know. and I don't care.
So we're going to a lighthouse or what?
We're going to find
Yeah.
a torture chamber.
Maybe.
Oh.
Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe.
I was
Are we hoping or not hoping? I forget at this point.
I mean, it would be the better result, wouldn't it?
It is true.
Yeah.
I go to the front of my boat where my chair sits in my house.
Yep.
My lazy boy recliner in the front, and there's a ripcord that I'm continuously pulling, trying to get the arcade
I think
paddle.
I think it's a laser boy now.
My laser boy. Every time I pull it, I go pew, pew, pew.
I like how everyone, I think, who would not just roll with another person showing up randomly is on this houseboat right now because we're all just like,
Yep.
There are other people on the boat I don't know.
We're not selfish.
were you guys also running away from that weird shit that happened?
Yes.
Roland, can I assume you boarded boat A?
Normal boat.
So Team Angst is going toward
Boat A.
yeah, boat A, boat Angst is heading toward the lighthouse at this point.
Boat B.
And meanwhile on the fun
Booty.
V.
Boat.
This is the party boat?
It is the party.
What was your name? Sprocket?
Sprocket.
Hi, I'm Fenric.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
Nice
What's your
to meet
name?
You too.
Ira.
Okay. What's your name?
Hi, it's Desmond.
Okay. So I'm Sprocket. Your name is Foreman. Your name is Gargan. Sorry. Foreman, Gargan, Dorman.
Yours is closest. So.
I'll be foreman out. Is it House or that 70s show? Oh, you gotta pay.
Yeah.
Apparently I work in the front of a hotel.
Indeed.
Well, it would make sense to put you in the front so everyone can see you.
I think
Then
one
he's
of
I don't
watching
know how
you.
Say
I
again,
think
Roland.
one of you two deserves the broke the DM.
Am I wearing it?
No.
I don't remember where.
Did you ever take it
last
off?
two was by.
I think it's on my other jacket upstairs.
Because I gave it back to you.
You both have a spiritual broke the DM button to wear.
Me?
Point of
Yes.
I
inspiration.
broke myself. I
That
didn't even
works.
notice.
Take a point of inspiration instead. That works.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how to do that.
That one.
Thanks so much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a little sun. It's beautiful. All right, let's go find this torture chamber.
What time is it?
I'm excited.
Yes.
Night. You said it's night.
What time is it?
Nighttime.
Dark.
Sundown, go boom.
Party time.
I cast light on my staff and kind of hold it out in front of my
Oh,
boat.
I cast minor illusion on my sleeve that I burned, so it looks like I have a normal sleeve again.
And it's static, so you have to keep your eye.
Yeah. You move your hand and it's still there.
It's fine. It's people don't notice.
I turn to Fenric and I'm like, do you want to do a fun joke with me?
Hell yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
And then I do disguise self on myself as a cantrip, and I look like just a beautiful little girl.
What?
Watching Tanner figure out how to deal with that information was gorgeous.
I was channeling Fenric for that. I was like, this is what
Like
Fenric's gonna
bouncy
do.
blonde, curl like Shirley Temple type.
Yes,
Excellent.
What? This sounds bad, but what race?
Human, like a little human girl.
Okay.
Is
Am I seeing this?
is this the norm?
Cool.
Is this a disguise or is the other one a disguise?
Oh God.
I'm so confused.
I'm going to tell them that I can't find my parents.
Oh, I like
Who's
this
them?
one. This is gonna be
Okay,
fun.
in the boat.
Oh,
You keep your mouth shut.
I think that's great.
Okay.
They deserve it. Distract them from their drama.
Well, I really don't see what this big deal is.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Fucking Fenric, oh my god.
The boat with everyone who doesn't know what's going on.
And Fenric's just there like.
As boat A lands, You hear the angry squawking of one of the penguins as you're kind of invading their space.
I kick it.
I love them.
They just and like kind of like puff themselves up, and then like see there's a couple of you, and then and like waddle away.
Oh my god, I want to pick one up so bad.
It matches
But
your
I
color
don't.
scheme.
But I don't. I'm like, it's one of those like,
I shouldn't, but I really want to. But you guys are able to disembark shortly after the party barge arrives with its new member in tow.
I've started dancing to like the
We
lights.
found
I'm
a
dancing
little
too.
child.
Wait, what's happening with the lights? Are they like changing? Does it look like a rave?
Is
And
it like this?
Up above,
Like
yeah,
this?
is it
You make
switching
these
through
sometimes?
quickly?
it's like these, but imagine it borrows from all the different like color shading. So there's like pastels, it's primaries, there's like electric colors kind of making their way in
are
through.
you talking about saturation and hues?
Those. Them.
Artiste.
Are there any like interesting looking like rocks or stones around, or like anything like small and shiny around in the boat, like lying around on a counter?
In the boat?
No, I lost it
Unfortunately.
all.
No, you didn't.
It doesn't
in
have
my
to be
house.
worth
It's fine. When we
anything.
go back to Stygia, we'll have it.
He
Just something
emptied
that looks
out his
interesting.
houseboat, and he has to remove everything from it when it disappears.
Rip.
And
Yeah.
he
Okay,
brought
so
everything out,
nothing.
but
Like,
did not
sucks.
recover
Yeah,
it.
it's okay. I
So
still
it's
have
like
them all.
fresh off the
I'm never
lot.
going back to
Yeah.
hell, but you
With
might.
with an ethereal lazy boy at the pilot's chair.
Laser boy.
Laser
Got
boy,
family
yes.
there, I guess.
I put my arm in the lazy boy. Are there any coins inside the cushions?
Oh, gross.
There are not.
No.
But
I
there
pull my
is
hands
a
out. It's
Tootsie
sticky.
Roll.
Somehow, there's this planar residue on your hands.
No Tootsie Roll. I put it there. I put it there.
I look at the little girl and I'm just like, are you looking for something, little girl?
She's lost.
Wow.
Wow, what?
You're just radiant.
Oh my, what? No.
You guys have arrived at shore as well.
Oh.
Shore.
I'm like fervently looking at penguins.
Theon is like looking toward the penguins, then looking back at the boat, raising an eyebrow, look back towards the penguins.
How tall are these penguins?
About your height, a little bit shorter.
Let's fucking go.
Ding ding!
God, I'm just imagining Fenric fighting a new slime Danny DeVito.
I like to rage!
I don't think you were going for raging boner, but
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's normal. It happens.
In the heat of battle. Julius is making his way up towards the front doors. A large set of wooden double doors at the top of the stairway.
Is there any sort of like marking, anything?
This is Danny's house.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Looking above the doorway, you do see 3 runes inscribed. Do any of you speak Celestial?
No, that's the one that we don't have.
I don't, but I have comprehend languages.
Okay. If you would like to use that.
Sure,
Go
fuck
ahead.
it. I'm only here for a day.
Might as well, fair enough, yeah.
Spoilers.
You cast comprehend languages and you recognize the runes to say eyes of clarity, hearts full of hope, assured victory.
I
It
won't-
says clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Up above the door.
I was gonna make the same joke.
I want to know if I just finished. Know like what school of magic or like what's going on with this light.
The big light?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Clear eyes, white dragon.
Bad.
Activated my trap card.
That was at the roll, but also, yeah.
No, I was saying bad at
Yeah.
him. I don't pay attention to him.
What?
YOLO.
um, 10.
10. It's kind of hard to discern because you're down on the bottom of the lighthouse looking upward. It's clearly magic.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
It's hard to say. It looks like it might be some kind of abjuration, like containing the light, and then that's
Brave.
what sort
Right.
of.
I want to go up there and touch it,
Rave magic.
and then I will
Things
cast
that
identify.
brave.
Fucking no.
Yeah, but we should change your fate.
Would you?
Would you do that?
Would you change your fate?
I can't like whisper and do. I can't do accents. I definitely can't like do them quietly.
Wait, I can do one. Hold on.
Oh.
Hello, governor. Shit.
In it.
Right, isn't it? God.
I can do British accents. I can only do Cockney.
I don't know, Irish. You did a.
Irish?
That's what I said. I don't know, Ryan. You did a pretty good Irish back in the day.
Oh, you did a
Oh,
really.
no.
Oh, Irish.
No, that's just because I say potatoes.
Yeah.
Potatoes. What a lovely sack of potatoes. I'm going to the store to purchase some potatoes.
John, you definitely gotta cut this out.
Very good.
I don't know.
We're gonna
Maybe
get
we'll do like a
demonetized.
cold open and then we'll go into the intro and the credits and stuff. Like, potatoes. Music.
Can we make that into a ringtone, please?
Potatoes.
Somebody-
Overlay
going
that.
in.
Overlay
Somebody
that on
cut
the
that.
toilet
There
paper.
we go.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Roll toilet paper. That's it. That's the show.
it just says potatoes as it unrolls.
God, I gotta get good at
Graphic
gifs.
design is my passion.
And you're going in.
I'm gonna go in.
I'm
as
going
you
to
guys.
follow him, but hold on to his jacket.
Oh.
Like I'm his little girl.
I'm gonna call to the others that were on the Angst boat. I found a child!
Another.
Yes, smaller than you. Is it yours?
Tavon turns
No.
around. Oh my gosh, are you okay? How did you get out here on this
Just found
boat?
it.
I don't know. I lost my parents. Can you help me find them?
Of course, we'll do whatever we can to
Please,
get you
thank
home.
you so much.
I
I'm
don't know how
so
you-
scared and small.
I'm scared for you. How did you get in this situation?
I don't
Are you taller than me?
know. No.
No, you can change your height, right?
No.
You
Not
can't
my
change your
size.
base size.
There's really
Oh,
only one
okay.
thing I can turn into, and it's a little girl.
Julius knocks on the door, and the door kind of creaks inward, and you see a figure answer. Their eyes glow with a pale blue light. Their head has short-cropped white hair. Their skin is a silvery, shiny color, which is adorned with white gold tattoos, which run down their cheeks and chin, down to the throat, and then expand across like a sharp, angular spider's web over the chest, over the top of the shoulders, down the arms to the fingertips.
Sick.
Naked?
They are not wearing a shirt.
Okay. Just had to confirm how
I
I
ha-
know that.
I haven't got my eyes down far enough. Stop spoiling it.
Giving the up and down.
Take your
Check
time.
the dick situation for.
For me
I
or
did you
what?
roll?
For flaccid, that was a d6.
It was a D6. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 out of 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't gonna roll a d.
Does he have
Come
a lot of does he have a lot of right Fred said energy?
Right, Fred said.
Right said Fred? The guy who did I'm too sexy.
Yeah.
Too sexy
Uh,
for my.
Right said Fred.
They smile and they say, "Welcome
Lighthouse.
back, Julius. Tavon, lovely to see you again. Hello, new friends. I'm Calumet. I'm the keeper of this lighthouse.
Hi, I'm Fenric.
Hello, Fenric.
What was your name again?
Calumet.
Calumet. Nice name.
Thank you.
This one lost its parents.
So,
Hi, Corman. How are you?
Good.
I'm lost.
You just took form and replaced it with a C.
You seem like you're doing all right, though.
Thank you. I agree.
But we'll do what we can to help you.
Oh, don't bother. I'm fine. I have a new family now.
What?
Very well.
I swear to God, if you call me daddy.
Oh my god.
Please don't. More for us than for him.
So what can I help you with? And
Never
Julius.
sexualize
Can I
anyone.
touch your light?
The light?
Yes, I'd like to see it.
We'd really rather not anyone mess with it. It's sort of
Mess
a.
with it, just let me touch it.
That's kind of messing
I'll
with
wear
it. though.
gloves.
I used to be on a lighting crew.
It's sort of a very important enchantment. So
Excuse me.
the more we don't mess with it, the happier we'll all be. It's very treacherous out here by the rocks, and we don't want to do anything to endanger the lives of the sailors and the crews.
Right?
So how
Sorry, child.
Right?
how did you meet Trayvon?
Tavon?
Down vote.
The subtle like Tavon. Oh.
Tavon, I was out just walking along the shores and enjoying the company of the penguins when I saw him washing up onto the stones, and
Do they let you carry them?
I haven't asked.
You can talk to penguins.
He doesn't know he hasn't asked.
I haven't asked. You could certainly attempt to commune with them. I can't really say one way or the other. It's sort of outside of my research.
You mean outside of your lighthouse?
Yes.
We have a tour.
Tours.
Are there like doors that lead up to the light? Clearly, like are
Yes.
there are they like
This
roped
way
off,
to
or
the-
are
If
they,
you
like,
kind of like
locks?
look past, you can see a central stairway leading
To heaven.
Okay.
To the right, which is
Heaven.
How small is this room?
I'll show you.
Oh boy. Do.
This is a lovely lighthouse. What year was it constructed?
That I can't say. It's one of the oldest structures in the entirety of Santari.
Whoa, that's fascinating.
So much history in these walls.
I'm gonna tug on Iris' sleeve and be like,
Okay. I leaned under the chair. I need to go because I need to touch it to do magic. Yes.
So looking into the room behind them, they kind of like open the door for you to step inside. It's a very simple room. Just seems to be some very base storage supplies held on here, maybe a broom. There is one corner off to your right, which seems to be barred in.
Bard in what?
Nothing's in there.
his French.
Bards go in there?
Oh my god. This is the Bard garbage can where you belong.
But no, what's that? There's a little sign that says Ira's house.
I have two.
Summer house.
God.
No, it's a
I
lighthouse.
broke the DM.
it's an empty cage in the corner.
I'm not okay.
So,
Classic werewolf situation.
are you a werewolf? You have to tell me.
That's true. It's legal. I heard about it.
Oh no, the law. It would be entrapment if I didn't tell you.
True.
Sorry.
So yes, I am a werewolf.
Very knowledgeable
I
little
am.
girl. She knows the legal system very well.
Let's do it, baby. I know the law.
I am not a werewolf.
Well,
Yes.
So then, what's the cage for? Are you like a freak or something?
Don't yuck anyone's young lady.
Who's asking?
I
Young
mean, it's
lady.
in a good way.
Very good.
Weird.
I'm not entirely sure of the.
What?
I'm not
was that?
entirely sure of the original purpose of it. I have used it to sort of hold some unruly sailors who have come here over the nights, and they sometimes get a little deep in their drink, and they need to be detained.
never heard of anyone doing anything like that.
I didn't know
I
you
was
called
sitting there
yourself
just
their
practicing
drink.
tying ropes.
But I mostly am here
Ew.
at this outpost to sort of do my research, hand off supplies to those who need them and can afford them, and see out my days doing my research.
What's your research?
I'm doing a
I have someone who would love to fucking hear about it. I like move Theon in front of me.
Theon. I'm doing the sort of a combination of an abjuration. Sorry guys, I got something in my throat. I don't know what it is.
I think you inhaled water.
Yeah.
Probably or beer.
It's beer. He's not water. Who do you think this is?
I didn't want to say spit, but it's spit.
It probably had an element of spit to it.
God.
I didn't know spit was an element.
Take a deep
That's
breath.
the fifth element.
I thought it was love.
Fucking Christ.
Take a deep breath and then like just one hard cough. Try and get it out. I'm gonna make it worse. How you get pneumonia?
My research is primarily on abjuration and the waning and waxing of its strengths with the different comings and goings of the seasons. And Theon sort of nods and goes, cool. Interesting. Find any good research?
This guy is good.
What is he good for?
Is he hitting on him?
No,
I hope not.
You don't know that. He's not good. He's your brother. He's laughing in his own joke.
Calumet kind of shakes his head and says, nothing new that we don't already know, but I'm hoping with time we'll begin to see minor discrepancies in information in the charting and maybe something new will come to light. Anyways, would you guys be interested in staying in the tower this evening instead of on the boat, or...
Do you have more places than the cage?
Yes, we can set you up upstairs in the maze. We just call it the maze. There's just a bunch of different turns. Don't worry, I can show it to you.
Is it is it a maze or a labyrinth?
It is a maze.
Oh God. This shit.
They lead you upstairs, and you see these this chamber that is just a bunch of winding turns and well-lit braziers all around, and there are several large cots and bedrolls stacked up in the corner that you could put to use if you would like to stay here this night.
I want to make a medicine check on the bedrolls.
Sure.
I don't trust them.
Okay, go ahead.
For what?
Lice
Smallpox.
mimics.
Bedroll lice. Well, one of the nat 20. That's a 15.
15. They actually seem pretty clean.
Okay.
Why would anyone build a room like this?
I don't know. I didn't build it.
It's pretty stupid.
Have you explored all of it?
Of this room? Yes. I've explored all the floors. It's been well documented. I'm the third keeper of the lighthouse in my line, and we believe we've found every nook and cranny this building has to offer.
Who built the house?
We do not know.
You don't know who built the house or why they put cages or a maze in there and nobody got curious?
I mean, we've certainly hypothesized, but we
What's
cannot
your favorite?
sea werewolves.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That's really good.
Yes.
Did you figure it
Very
out
smart little girl.
Thank you.
by asking them
The sea werewolves.
if they were werewolves? Is that how they figured it out?
No, it's just my
I
favorite.
don't see any werewolves.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, they look
Do you
like
see a full moon?
they look like you and me.
If you could,
Well, they
also
don't
our
look like
fiction.
you, okay? Not everybody looks like you.
every werewolf will
I'm
see
sorry.
a werewolf once you'll see it.
I'm gonna punch you in the head one day, and you're gonna deserve it.
But yes, if there's anything else, if you need some rations, Tavon knows where they are, and he can grab them for you if you need some dinner.
Hell yeah, take me there, Tavon.
Okay. And he walks back downstairs.
I go with him.
He walks down to the main floor and then descends down into the subfloor.
Oh yeah.
You can tell that this is where the bulk of the supplies are kept. Large crates and sacks of flour, which have been elevated up off the ground, are kind of mounted to the wall. He kind of rifles through one of the crates and pulls out a burlap sack, and inside are just dried meats and some kind of rough-looking bread and fruit. He's like, it's not great, but
It's starting to hail.
Are you okay?
but it'll work. slings it over his shoulder and starts walking back upstairs.
So you come here a lot?
Only when we're passing by. Nothing,
Ryan, stop.
no extended visitors.
No!
Once I was back up on my feet, I sort of really hit it off with Captain Julius and Nonamia, and they took me on as one of their crew members, and sort of been with them ever since.
No, but like, do you know about like cool like secret passages in this lighthouse?
I don't know about secret passages. The trickiest part would be the maze, and then I've never been really beyond the library.
What's there? What? Is that like where the guy does his research and stuff?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Uh-huh.
I'm loving it.
But yeah, if I think of anything weird, I'll let you know, though.
I'd rather you didn't.
Are you okay?
No.
Can I
No.
help you?
No.
Okay. Sorry. Kind of turns and starts walking back up the stairs.
Roland, are you with us? Just like up in the maze?
Yeah. Actually, I was wondering, John, is this like barred off room on the main floor? Does that look like what I would have seen?
Almost certainly, yes.
Oh. I'm gonna lean over and say, I was gonna do this anyway. Hey, Roland. Do you remember what all that looked like? Would you be able to pick it out if you saw it in here?
The cell that I saw Othis in?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the room downstairs.
Oh, that was easy. I thought we were going to look at it. Okay, well,
I mean, if I'm honest, I kind of expected there to be more to it as well.
Me too. I thought it'd be
this
hiding
is fine.
upstairs. Okay. I just turned British for some reason. I haven't been drinking.
Wait, so you found the torture chamber?
Maybe.
Does Roland know who you are?
Nobody knows who I am.
You still look like a little girl.
Roland, this
Yes.
is my new friend.
For an hour.
Calumet is still in the room.
Hi,
by
I'm
the way.
part of it.
Part of...
I was
in
whispering to him.
An
I was trying to be
orphan
subtle.
child.
I was speaking full volume. I'm
Alright,
sorry
yeah.
in advance.
Yeah.
It's about that moment that, were you all watch-wearing types, the hour would be striking midnight.
Oh, God, I asked you so long ago.
I know. Well, now you know.
I watched it at 7:20.
And you see a thin pillar of light begin to descend from the top of the lighthouse, and it runs a center beam down past the stairs in every room. So if you are stair adjacent, this color begins to wash the walls with its brilliant, radiant hues, and it lasts for about a minute, and then it dissipates.
Am I still with?
You guys are still on your way up the stairs.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, it happens every hour on the hour.
Oh God, how does anyone sleep?
I just roll away from it usually.
You can sleep through anything.
The getting to sleep
Whatever
part, though.
whatever the opposite of alert feat is, Kismet sleep.
Remember when I had the alert feed?
Yeah.
Sleep proficient.
Yep. A few moments later, Kismet and Tavon arrive with the food. And if you guys would like to...
I am not helping him lift the food at all, just
No
so
one
you all
thought you
know.
were.
At no point did anyone make that assumption.
You're doing a great job supervising, though.
After a few moments, though, Julius and Tavon both lay out cots, throw a bedroll on, and they both go to sleep.
Anyone want to go searching through the maze?
Oh, that was adorable.
Where the fuck did you find this kid?
On the
In the
boat?
water.
I'm not really a kid.
Yeah, neither am I.
Yeah, we need to
No,
hide.
this is a kid. Don't worry.
You seem like you're really a kid.
Ugh.
but like a really mature one. I like your hair.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Kismet.
Okay, it's really nice to meet you, Carmen. My name is Rocket.
Okay, Sarman.
No, I'm sorry, it's Sprocket. But it's okay, you'll get
Sarman.
it. That's really good.
Come on, be nice.
I don't hear the difference. Let's go explore.
Anyone else?
I'm going to bed. Theon walks away and goes to bed.
You trust this place?
Okay.
You trust this place?
It's fine. We'll be fine.
We've been totally fine this whole time.
Totally fine. You can see him set up his bed, and he kneels down. And it looks like he's beginning to perform a ritual of some kind.
This guy!
This guy.
I'm gonna start trying to find
Alright, please.
I look between that, like...
Fenric is so upset.
I'm gonna start trying to solve the maze.
Without
Is
them?
it a puzzle?
Do you have a string? Do you have anything with you? You're just gonna solve it with your mind.
A flask.
I have a paper.
Blacked out. Wake up on the other side.
We're good.
Just roll it.
It's a good idea.
I am not going in the maze, because fuck that.
But it's a maze.
Yeah.
Maze
No!
problems.
Maze balls.
Oh, worse!
Oh god.
No one said amaze balls in like 10 years, and that's like more than half my life.
Wait, what about like, okay, boomer?
I cast thunderclap.
What?
Please don't do that. You hear from upstairs.
Sorry.
What?
What? You said boomer.
What?
I can't hear anything. Were you standing close to him?
Yes. Mom.
Mop.
Mom.
You have
Mom.
deafened Fenric. Good job.
9.
No,
My investigation check.
It doesn't require much investigation. As you go up the stairs, you hang a right, you take a left, and you come to a fork, which you can see is a dead end. You turn left and come around. You see a cage door to your right,
Did you just leave without us?
Yes.
and as you make your way around to that, you see another set of stairs leading upward.
You said a cage door to the right.
Mhm.
Is there anything inside that we can see through the cage?
Ira, go ahead and make a perception check first. It's right. Yeah.
And then
You're
yeah,
not
we-
Is the cage like
and then we definitely
just like bars.
just bars?
Yeah.
How big?
One of them was a 20 that sucks.
You could potentially squeeze through.
14.
14. Looking inside,
In character.
you can see that there are a few different items kind of covered with thick leather tarps.
I decide that I don't care and I keep going on.
Alright.
Okay.
As you reach the stairs, I'd say the rest of you have kind of caught up. Who all is going on this? Is it everyone except for Kismet?
I'm pretty. Are you coming?
I have to ask Kismet a question first.
So, when the light beamy thing happened, you were downstairs,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Did it seem like it just stopped at the floor, or did it keep going down?
How much of it do I remember?
It went down. If it went beyond the floor of the basement, it would be very hard to tell.
Well, it came all the way down to the basement. Don't know if it went past, because there's like floor there.
Alright, just interested. I'm wondering if there's subterranean stuff going on.
What?
Like, it means underground.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know. Thank you.
At about this point, Theon stands up from his ritual and walks over to a small porthole window and opens it, and a small white owl flies in
Archie!
and lands on his shoulder and looks over at you two.
Hello.
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 No, I was going to say who.
Wait, I'm
That's
out of the
racist.
room, right?
Yeah, you already left.
Fuck! It's a bird, guys.
Archie can keep an eye out while I sleep. While we sleep. So.
I almost called Theon a genius, and then I didn't.
You-
Just so everyone knows that I didn't.
So, good night. And he flops down on his cot and pulls a blanket like up over his head, and Archie just kind of perches on his shoulder, like looking around pleasantly.
Mm-hmm. Archie, you're so much cooler than he is.
Yeah, okay, well, now I'm just gonna follow everyone else. I'd hate to miss out on something interesting.
I'm still staying.
Alright, you have fun hanging out with your brothers.
Roland, are you
Good.
Roland, are you going with the search party? Okay. So as you guys begin to traverse the maze, you also find the caged-in area with the covered items. They're about 3.5 feet tall and about 6 to 7 feet long.
Is it closed, the cage door?
Yes,
I'm gonna try and open it.
it's locked.
Can
Damn
I fit in there?
Go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Can I help?
Sure, you can do so with advantage if Fenric's gonna help like push you through.
Push me.
Butter you up.
My head is the biggest part of my body.
We have to get the Danny DeVito's.
I don't
up
look
here.
like a
This
little
You gotta
girl.
rub you gotta rub a Danny DeVito up
I have
against
to
the bars.
concentrate, so I drop the little girl illusion, and then I'm just myself again.
Alright.
That's a big 6
Advantage.
plus. I have advantage?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
Fenric is
me.
helping
That's
you.
really good. That was a 16 plus
Nailed
2.
Alright.
18.
You press up into the bars and then Fenric just kinda pops you through.
And I go, ah!
And you are in this chamber. There are 3 of these like long crate-like objects that have these tarps over them.
Can I fit through the bars? I know I can't, but I'm
I
gonna try
can pull. I can pull on his arm. Really
I would
hard.
say you would have to doff your
to. Nope,
armor to do
I'm
so.
trying to do it in my armor, and I'm gonna try.
Okay, go ahead and make it.
As he tries to do that, I'm gonna cast Reduce on him.
Alright.
Make him tiny.
Alright, so Fenric, you are like a foot tall. What the fuck? And you guys are both in there.
Can you help me with this tarp, or are you like weaker now too that you're small?
Yeah, he's weaker.
But how much? What, -2?
Oh, let me read. Reduce. You're tiny. You have disadvantage on strength checks and saving throws. Your weapons damage is reduced. It's the opposite of.
Yeah, well, that's. I mean, I'm exhausted still. Actually, I was gonna check. I still have 1 point. Okay.
We haven't rested.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. I was just double checking. No, you.
Wow.
Yes, I will try to help pull on this tarp.
Sure. You start pulling these tarps down, and Fenric, you jump up, and you're kind of dangling off, kicking your ankles. It's very cute. But you're able to pull off this tarp. And
Get it off me!
looking into it,
Don't worry.
you see what seems to be a mixture of thick chunks of salt and very coarse sand. Like
How
across the
thick
top.
chunks of salt?
Like yay big for us, so probably like yay big.
I'm going to take the biggest one,
Okay.
and I'm gonna like, kind of like hold it like this, very quietly say a couple of words, and then just like drop it on the ground.
Okay.
I want to take the biggest one I can find and lick it.
Get the one up off the ground.
I want to lick it too.
Okay, you guys gonna pick up that one that you just blessed?
No. You said the closest one.
Alright. You both pick it up, Fenric, you go to lick it, and then like before you go to lick it, I guess, and then before you can react, Sprocket's just there and you just see this tongue go slorp.
And it's like 3 times the size of your tongue.
Henrik, I can only hold this up for a minute. You're gonna be
That's
stuck
what
in
she
that
said.
cage if you don't get out soon.
Can we open it from the inside?
No, it looks like it requires a key.
That's it. So I'm just gonna hop in and start digging
Same,
through
that's
the
how I
salt
was
and the
Okay.
sand.
You guys pop up. It doesn't take long, but go ahead and make investigation checks for me.
I'm getting some serious Ant-Man and the Wasp vibes here.
Yes.
Which is which?
Rip. I got a 6.
Okay.
Thanks.
2.
2. Okay.
Oh, I went so
We're
well.
both so
There's-
small, but we're so good.
Yeah. You're scooping away, and like you can tell there's something underneath this. It's just hard to tell what it
I'm
is.
gonna use my flail to help, like,
You
get sand and shit off
Sure.
of it.
After a moment or two, though, you guys both like look down in front of you, and you see a very dehydrated body.
I know it's my corpse. Oh, fuck.
Wake up!
I
Are
kick
you
him.
It is,
okay?
like, stiff as a board.
I kick him. I kick him, sir.
Oh my
No
god.
reaction.
How much time left, Desmond?
Oh, I don't know. How long have you been in that cage?
It's getting close to a minute,
you
for
might
sure.
want to skedaddle.
Can I do like a medicine check?
Sure.
I mean, does anyone want me to just like pick the lock on the door? That's a thing I
I
can
don't see
do.
anything.
He did.
He's
I
dead.
mean, you can try if you want, but I mean, I don't know what to do anymore.
Wait, you could have done this whole time, Roland?
Oh, I could have picked a lock too.
Perhaps.
You could be more.
Go ahead and pick the lock, Roland.
This is big
You
Roland.
start trying to pick it from the inside and he'll pick it from the outside. We'll see which one of you does it first.
Same time.
Oh.
19.
So that's Dex plus
Proficiency.
Oh,
Yeah.
plus dex plus proficiency? 21.
Okay.
Dang, 14.
Roland's like getting it,
Yeah,
and then Sprocket just comes up and,
ass.
and just punches the lock with their tools. But the door.
Can you reach it?
Yeah.
I jump.
Yeah.
No,
you
I
can
can't.
reach
It's
it.
3 feet.
Yeah.
Um,
I was trying to picture it.
but yeah, the
No,
door
nice.
creaks outward toward you, Roland.
Alright, that's impressive.
Sorry, you are just being really slow. I thought they would help you.
I run out through the
Fair enough.
bars. Like,
As you run through it, you increase in size.
am I stuck?
Yeah, you're back to normal size.
Yeah.
Am I stuck in them or am I out?
No.
Say your leg got a little stuck, but you popped it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the front door and back inside.
Okay.
Huh.
Yes.
What about the other 2 boxes? They have bodies in them too.
Do you guys both, or do you guys all investigate them as
Yeah, I
well?
want to see a dead body.
Dead bodies.
Yes, this looks like this guy probably is dead.
All right. As you pull the tarps off and dig, you definitely find 2 more bodies.
I mean, they can't be killing that many people because this does not seem like a really sustainable way to store human bodies, like probably feeding them to the penguins or something. So these 3 are probably special.
Maybe they've been here for a very long time, like since the lighthouse was before it was occupied
Sea
here.
werewolves.
Yeah, like sea werewolf mummies.
I wanna try to investigate cause of death.
Sure. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
The answer is dehydration.
They were too thirsty.
Um,
22? That's pretty
four.
good.
Those were 2 2s that I just rolled.
These are very, very old, very, very dried out bodies.
Can I tell that they're very, very old though?
Yes.
Okay.
Like at least 5 years.
Okay.
Which I guess isn't very, very old.
Well,
but quite
I mean,
old.
was that for all of them?
Yeah. They all seem to, with that check, be the same.
So I guess the good news is that they seem to all be at least 5 years dead. So it's not very recent. I'd be more concerned if it was like a day. We gonna
Why?
should we cover him back up and do you think Carmen no the car
Oh, it was
I don't know.
Karnyam.
Do you think Kanyamyan knows that these are here?
Probably. If they are the lighthouse.
Well, yeah, either they're doing it or they've been here for a while.
Ira,
The fuck are you?
I'm
What are you
ahead of you guys.
are you continuing up the stairs?
Yeah?
Oh yeah, I already decided.
Ira's like,
Care.
don't care.
Nope. I didn't hear any of that. I don't think.
You
I don't
be-
think so, right?
You begin to hear the
I can hear maybe you guys talking.
beginnings of the
What I did this?
shenanigans.
Of the idiot herd.
As you make your way further up the stairs,
It's hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
It's hurtful.
floor.
Find library.
Shiny.
As you make your way up and along to the entryway into the main part of the library itself, what do you do?
Can I tell if this is the top floor?
Go ahead and just make a quick intelligence check.
With disadvantage.
Yes.
With disadvantage, that would be a 5.
5? Hard to tell.
Fucking stupid.
There don't seem to be any windows in the immediate vicinity, so it's kind of hard to get an idea.
Right. Alright. I guess I'll take a... I'm gonna keep going, but I want to take a quick look at the kinds of titles that are on the shelves.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Speaking of peruse.
Well, it's a crit one, so it's fine. There's
They
books,
all say
there's
book
books.
by author.
By author.
Published by publisher.
Yes. Cool.
The game designers got lazy.
What do you think who would look at it? It's supposed to be background.
Can I keep... I'm gonna keep walking then, I guess, because clearly nothing's gonna stand out to me.
Alright. You can progress on through this way.
My goal is to get to the light, is what...
Sure.
We all know that
Yes,
Ira
no,
wants
I
to get
just-
to the light.
want to be clear about that.
Ira, you get to about here. And this is about the same moment that those of you downstairs are finding and realizing like what these bodies are. And Kismet, maybe you are just drifting off to sleep, but you all hear from outside a terrible, terrible scream, like an inhuman.
See what
It's like Penguin?
Yes. And then you hear a more humanoid scream, which I cannot do, obviously. Oh no!
Help, I'm being oppressed.
And then from the floor beneath you, you hear the front doors that you came in blast open and then slam shut. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum,
Haunted
bum,
lighthouse.
Fucking sea bears.
I really wanted to be sea werewolves for.
and welcome back.
It's like the first season of The Terror is perfect time.
So,
Do you want to fight?
you have all been in your various placements within the lighthouse.
Haunted.
And you all heard
The scream.
this unholy screech.
And then
Unholy.
the scream.
And then the second scream. And then the door slamming open. And then closed.
Oh, did you guys hear that?
I heard it was unholy. Is that a fiend?
Werewolves.
Sea
Don't
werewolves.
say
Are these the
shit.
werewolves they said?
I hope so.
Sea werewolf
Is it a
mummies.
fiendish scream?
I
Yeah.
cast Shillelagh and I hit one of the dead bodies.
Do you push something back?
Bring it down. Dust just explodes
I-
everywhere.
I breathe in a
I mean,
lot
I
of
guess I
it.
cast Shillelagh. It automatically happens when I do it.
So yeah, this burst.
Did I make a save? Cocked. I got pushed. And I'm healing myself for 8 points of damage.
Perfect.
I want to run like towards the screaming, I guess.
Alright, Desmond, you just crumple this body, by the way. It's like chicken bones underneath your shillelagh, just
Good
nothing.
news, they're easy to kill.
Roland, as you rip your way back through the maze to get to where the rest of your compatriots are sleeping, you see Theon, Kismet,
I am not
and
asleep anymore.
Julius, and yes, true.
You woke up?
I wasn't fully asleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how you get them.
You get me before I go to sleep.
John was watching.
I was like, but yes, Roland, as you sprint back that way, you see Archibald on top of Theon, who's sitting up, and he's like on top of Theon's head now. He goes, "Oh, hello, Roland. Good to see you again. What was that ungodly sound?"
I was about to ask the same thing. Good to see you too. Where did that come from?
Outside.
Yeah, also the big fucking door.
We might want to go check on that.
My houseboat.
You hear me yell.
It echoes.
Ira, what are you doing
Yeah.
upstairs?
Do I... Well, somebody said fiendish scream. Do I, like, recognize it? Can I roll something?
Is this my mom?
Is like my mom. Is she coming?
You can make an Arcana check if you'd like.
There's just a straight up and down one, not advantage for being fiend.
No. I said unholy.
Yeah, I made the fiend joke because he said
Well,
unholy.
fiends are, like, inherently unholy.
No, that's why I said it, yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I know about
I get
unholy.
advantage
I'm
against
unholy is all
I
I'm
get-
saying.
Well, how did you do your
It's
job?
more of a descriptor than a creature description. Like a just sort of a. The screech sounded unnatural. in
What
nature.
is it? Arcana?
Arcana.
Arcana, 9.
Arcana.
Arcana?
Arcana. That's the
Arcana?
state I'm from. Thank you.
Arcana sauce.
Arcana saw. Never mind. Remind me to tell you the bad joke later.
Yes,
Okay.
please. No, wait, just stop the stream right now and tell us.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Why
hard to
stop
tell.
the stream?
Because I don't.
It's a bad joke.
It's a bad joke.
You
Then
said
don't
Arcana
tell
to see
it.
if you recognize what's making the scream?
Yes. Yes.
Never mind.
Big,
Well, so
loud.
it's a 13.
Not something that you would probably ever hear from an organic being.
Is that for me too? With a 9? Okay.
It's a mess.
You can all kind of tell that. This is not a natural screech.
That could mean so many things, though.
Out there.
Could.
I point
Yeah.
at Screech and I'm like, Theon, any ideas?
You pointed Screech. I was
The
like, who's
Screech?
Who's
Screech?
Screech the owl?
Yeah,
Point
yeah.
towards
Screech
Screech.
from Saved by the Bell.
I.
No, he turned into a bad person too.
He was born.
So who is upstairs
You,
with me?
Fenric, Sprocket, and
Roland
Roland.
just left.
were together. Roland bolted.
I
with
want
her.
to keep climbing
Okay.
to the top too, which was
Yeah.
all, but that's what
Okay.
I want to do.
All right.
I look at. Oh, fuck. No, I'm just gonna run downstairs.
Okay.
On a dash.
All right.
My boat.
So that all of you except for Ira have reconvened. Do you continue downstairs together?
I go invisible, but yes.
Okay. You see, or rather don't see, Sprocket anymore. Making your way downstairs, you can see that the doors are just barely cracked open. You can see just a thin sliver of blue moonlight creeping into the room.
From outside.
From outside.
Is what's his face the keeper here?
Malamar.
No.
It's good, right? You should use that one. It's free. Off the dome.
I'm clearly out of ideas.
Calabar.
Calame.
Calabasas.
There you go. Ring.
I thought it was calamari.
Calame B.
Lilov. Lilov is his.
Anyone got any ideas where he went? Also, oh god, I almost
that
called
joke
him
was
out
so
this.
good.
Tavon, have you been here when this has happened before?
No, I've never heard that before. in my life.
Julius.
No.
There's just a scary thing on the other side of a cracked door right now.
And we don't see calamari?
Yeah, you heard the... No, Calame is not anywhere in sight.
How do you keep names straight when we say them wrong all the time?
I have them... whenever I have a session with you, Yabos, I have all NPCs listed right here at the bottom, in case I need to reference it.
It's sheer force of will.
I'm gonna go and take a peek.
Oh god.
No, do not hurt your face.
Ghost knives.
I totally think you always yell that every time you pull
You
it
say
out.
it under your breath, but you can all hear it.
The activating phrase.
Desmond, as you creak the door open, those of you who are looking out the door, go ahead and make a perception check.
Wow. I rolled double, like, with disadvantage. I rolled the same number, like, at least half the time.
11.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
14.
14. Okay. You broke 12. You can see
Oh, who will fix it?
business as usual.
It's rubbing off
As far
on
as the
me.
penguins go.
Oh. Thank God.
Aw,
I breathe a sigh of relief.
I'm upset.
But you can see the ship, the Skylark's Trill, has like been rocking out in the water. It
Oh,
looks like
shit.
it's slowly starting to settle.
Can we see Nonamia?
Nope.
Would we be able to? Are there any lights on the ship?
There are a few like small lanterns hung about the main deck, but
Are there any like footprints in the sand?
go ahead and make an investigation check.
No, that's
Should
where
I
God.
do that?
That's where
Is
God
that
carried
something-
you.
Yeah, that's
I was thinking that same joke. I was just like, how can I put this together?
You said investigation?
Yes. Yeah, if you ask the question, then I'll have you make the
That
check.
was an 8.
An 8? There's certainly a smattering of footprints. Probably your own.
And so who knows?
Maybe some new ones.
I have no concept of my own size.
True.
Desmond's footprints. Those are mine. Those are mine.
Oh, I remember stepping there.
I
It's
can
like
tell Desmond's
as-
footprints because they're exceptionally beautiful.
I'd like to look around the main floor here.
Sure. What are you looking for?
Any signs of what that may have been? Anything or anyone that may have come through the doors?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Did the second scream, the human one, come from the same direction?
Yes.
Did it come from the boat?
Putting 2 and 2 together, you would probably gather that yes.
How far away is the boat?
It would be about 100 feet away from the rocks themselves, but the rowboat and Desmond's barge are still docked at the
John,
rocks
are you
themselves.
gonna name my character after me and then kill her?
I didn't name it after you, man.
Her name's Nonamia.
She was gonna live a long, healthy life until you had a big fit last week. I was gonna kill Julius, but
You were gonna try.
Oh, Jesus. Oh God, he said it.
I will.
John, that was a 26.
You're Riesling.
Get your electronic stuff out of the way.
Get it away.
With a 26.
Get away now.
That is comically bad. What is happening right now?
Holding it above and unspooling the toilet paper.
It was very sad.
I got all of it. You judgmental pricks.
I couldn't help because I was laughing too hard.
I got all of it.
Roland with
Well,
a
how about all this
26.
stuff?
Oh, fuck.
What's that?
To put on my.
You
His
do
electronic
not.
Oh, on your device.
You do not find
Put
any.
that away.
You don't find any footprints or markings of someone who would have come barging into this room, or any signs of like haste being made up or downstairs.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to Julius and I'm like, so the second scream.
Yeah, we need to get to the boat now.
Yeah.
He and Tavon both go running toward the rowboat.
Dermot, is your houseboat okay?
Oh, I think so. Let
Wait.
me try and start the engine.
Wait, is there there
Welcome.
something in the water, you think?
I hope so. Probably a sea werewolf.
I'm gonna run with Julius and Trayvon.
All right. They
Roland says he is too.
okay. The four of you then load into the rowboat and begin paddling across the small expanse of water.
Not helping paddle.
Oh no, it's all Tavon.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
He is like busting ass across the water.
The one thing he can do.
Yes. Can't tie a rope, but that son of a bitch can row.
He was on the crew team back when he was Othis.
as like you're in the boat, like he's pretty jacked.
I don't care. Kismet doesn't care.
He doesn't
Theo
feel
leans
more
over.
convincing this time.
He's really jacked. Look at his forearms. He's so vascular.
How many people are trying to ride my houseboat?
Everyone except for pretty much the exact same crew minus Ira.
Alright.
I just realized it was the exact same group.
Because the boat angst went back to boat angst.
Yep.
Did Theon come with?
Yes,
Okay.
he jumped in with you guys.
Then I was like, motherfucker.
Alright, you guys both make your way across the water. Tavon throws one of the ropes up over the deck and climbs up the side, ties your boat off, throws a rope down to you, Desmond, so you can tie your boat off.
I tie it off.
We drift away.
Yeah, our boat goes away.
But no, he drops one down to Julius, and you guys are both tied off, making your way up onto the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see Nonemia laying on the ground with a dagger plunged up under the ribs and blood pouring out. Very dead.
Normani, are you okay?
I
Is
don't.
he Normani?
Yeah.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't think she's okay.
I'm looking around the rest of the boat immediately.
I'm gonna run up and make a medicine check.
Okay, go ahead. And go ahead and make investigation checks.
Five.
18.
Same investigation as last time.
Okay. Roland, are you checking the body? Or around the deck?
Around the ship.
Around the ship, okay. You and Kismet find something near the rear of the ship.
Out of here.
It is near the poop deck.
And it is booty.
You find a wooden case. It's roughly the shape of a cube, about 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. Opened.
Why?
The inside seems to be lined with lead, and then the small compartment in the center, which seems to house something spherical, is like a pale green velvet, and thin silvery chains are splayed out and broken.
Ayo,
Gorgeous.
Juliet's.
Yes, that is. What is this?
It runs in the family.
I go accents when I'm nervous. I'm sorry.
That's not what I meant. It was the hey, what the?
Is this something you were carrying on your ship?
Not that I was aware of. No, I had no. We barely had any supplies on the ship at all.
Mm-hmm.
Is what's his name? Tramadol? Is he still with us?
He's kneeling next to the body, and he looks
Wrecked.
rocked.
Hey, was this your thing? With the chains around it? Don't lie! I will fight you!
Was what mine?
That.
He looks over at it. She opened it. She wasn't supposed to open it. She was moving it from core to someplace safe because she was afraid that Dinar was going to keep expanding north and get to it.
What?
She wouldn't tell me exactly what, but she said some kind of ancient family relic or something.
You didn't want to ask at all? You weren't curious?
She didn't want to tell me.
Do you have any theories?
I have no idea. She said, don't ask any questions about it, so I didn't.
Nominate?
Yes. Nominate Kingdom Hearts.
How far away from the body is this conversation happening?
Maybe like 50 feet.
And that's where, like, okay. So
The
she's
case.
that far away from, like, the thing.
Case.
Does she have anything on her body?
Clothes and,
Shut up.
and a dagger. I don't think that was there before.
Is the dagger, like, nice?
That's what I was gonna check. My medicine check was a 5, so
Dead.
dead. Okay.
Nice dagger, though.
Nice.
Jeweled hilt.
Can I have it?
Maybe.
Did the dagger come from the case? Me at Theon.
Do you
No,
know-
or at Othis.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Othis, what did the thing look like?
That's
Otis.
her
I
own.
said his right name.
Yeah,
I said it wrong. He doesn't even
That's-
know. It doesn't matter.
Julia says that's her dagger.
Huh.
Does the angle at which the dagger go in look like she stabbed herself, or was it used against her?
Go ahead and make an investigation
Forensics
check on the
check.
body.
Well, were you yelling that, or you?
Me,
come
that was
check?
Becca's voice, so I'm just checking.
I was kind of wondering. I'm gonna check too.
That is
Okay.
a 21 investigation.
Okay.
8.
You need to break a DC 20 to find this. So
So
This-
I found it too.
this knife was plunged in
Team effort.
shortly. Hard to tell, but you get the idea that there was not actually a struggle when the knife itself was plunged into her chest, which would mean she was already incapacitated when it happened. So either unconscious, dead already, something.
I want to check the dagger for, like, marks that would, like, so it was her dagger. Is there, like, an enchantment on it or anything?
Writing that investigation check, looking at it, you can just tell that it is a +1 dagger.
I fucking take it.
It's a shiny golden hilt with it's like a marbled green and red gem in the pommel.
Oh, hell yeah. I take it. I take it. I wipe it off in her clothes.
Are you trying to be sneaky about it?
No!
Okay. Kismet just wipes off
You
the
store it
blade.
in an accessible pocket.
No, I store it in my fanny pack of holding.
Okay.
Which I wear in front of me.
That's probably for the best. Full disclosure, I would have just dropped it in the ocean.
It's her dagger. It's her case. How long had she been carrying it?
Since core, so maybe 3 weeks.
Why now open it?
Probably the first time she's been really alone.
You knew about it. Julius didn't know about it?
No,
I look at Julius.
I had no idea about this. No.
Uh-huh.
Where's her room?
Her boat room?
Below deck,
Yeah.
there's just sort of small little curtained off like bunks that we all have. But downstairs, I can show you if you want to go.
I want to go there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
He walks down below
Thanks,
deck.
Anne.
You can see like a very, very simplistic looking galley. Some very, very simple like weapons to defend the ship against attacks, and then making their way back toward the front of the ship, you see 3 bunks on either side of the ship, and he opens the curtain to the center one on the right hand side and says, "This was hers here."
Well, I want to look at it.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead and make a perception check, or if you're looking close and
No,
digging-
perception's really good. Let's do perception.
Okay, standing
That's
in the
fine with
doorway,
me.
you scan the room and you see.
Yes, exactly. 18.
18. You see a trunk at the foot of the bed, which is closed. You see a pair of rapiers in their scabbards leaned up against the wall, and another smaller flat trunk kind of tucked underneath the bed, and you can see like some pant legs and socks sticking out of it.
Are the trunks locked?
The one at the foot of the bed is closed. If you'd like to go check and see if it's locked, you may.
Okay.
It's not locked.
Then I open it.
All right, you pop it open. Looking inside, you can see that there are kind of some old, tattered books of some kind. They seem to be handwritten. What languages do you speak?
Common and Gnomish.
Okay.
Only.
All right. You cannot read it in this current state.
How many books are there?
4.
I'm gonna pick them all up.
All right.
They go up to my nose.
Yes.
You pick them up.
And then I'm just gonna waddle back up to everybody else and then just drop them on the ground.
What?
I found these. Glues!
What are they?
Glues!
They're books? Oh.
From her bed.
Oh.
Oh.
Diaries.
I don't know anything about them, but they're here and I found them for you.
Maybe you shouldn't read somebody's diary.
I want to read it.
Fenric's already halfway through.
I'm going to go. No name, can we read your diary?
I'm gonna walk over and move her head up.
She said it was okay.
What languages are they in? Can I read it? You know I can't read it.
You cannot.
Yeah.
I look over his shoulder.
Oh, I still have comprehend languages, but I only have 1 spell slot left. Do you want me to use it or no?
No.
Okay.
Well, I can eat the talking fungus.
Oh God. I lean over his shoulder to look.
What languages do you speak?
Abyssal, Common, Elvish, Halfling.
Nope.
Mm.
Well, let old Desmond take a whack at this.
Desmond, do you speak multiple languages?
I do, in fact.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I pick it up, I look at it, and then I read it, and it says,
What languages do you speak?
no, that's not what it says, John.
It's an input. You have to like type it in.
Common,
No.
Giant,
Nope.
Loxodon,
Nope.
Common.
Nope.
Aotheon!
Yes.
Come read these.
Are they diaries? Because I don't really feel comfortable reading.
We actually don't know.
So
Do you want me to intimidate Theon into reading them for you?
Did you ask him this? Ask us this in front of his face.
No. My
Yes.
vote is no. Please don't.
I get like.
Well, then read them.
Yeah, read them or else.
I thought you could hang, but apparently not.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
loser.
sorry.
I bet you won't.
Yes, you guys are right. Reading the diaries of a recently murdered person over their body while messing around with their dead corpses.
You don't know if she was murdered.
Hey,
Maybe it
she
was
also
suicide.
did let out this thing that killed her.
Possibly.
Yeah, but I mean, have
Maybe
some.
she wants you to read it.
All I'm asking for is that you guys have a modicum, just a sliver of basic decorum.
I raise my hand and I'm like at Julius.
Roland's raising his hand too.
Yes.
Oh.
I haven't done anything disrespectful. Carry on.
Roland is behaving himself.
I raise my hand at Julius. At Julius!
Rocket,
Yes.
I couldn't help but notice that you have bagpipes. Could you perhaps play a funeral dirge?
Oh my god, nobody ever asks me about my bagpipes. Yes, I will.
Yes.
What would be bagpipes and a cremation? Sound good? Yay, nay?
Oh my
I
god.
mean, as long as we don't need the body anymore for clues. Or
Well, now
whatever,
you're being
then-
very irresponsible about the body. She has a name. It's Ninkam.
Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously we will have to deal with taking care of her remains shortly. Theon begins to cast Comprehend Languages and begins to flip through the books.
I play the bagpipes. It's bad. I'm not even gonna roll because it's bad.
Oh, okay.
I want it to be
Accepting that it is bad. Okay.
It's really bad.
I'm imagining My Heart Will Go On recorder cover. But like the dramatic like actions too.
Why not
behind
My
the
Heart Will Go On
bagpipes?
bagpipes cover, honestly, while we're doing
It
it.
hits that like key change and everyone on the deck like bangs on the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Bagpipes bigger than my body.
And like a big wave splashes at that exact moment.
It's beautiful.
Theon begins to read through the books, and it seems to be diaries of. I'm sorry. Can you? Diaries of some kind.
Jane?
What? Who?
What's it in? What's it
You're
written
breaking
in?
me.
What's it written in?
Primordial.
What? Okay.
What's that?
Elements.
Elemental language.
Okay.
Yeah, just I don't know. It mostly sort of just seems to be her day-to-day goings on.
Go back to. Oh my god! Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Fuck. How many weeks ago?
3.
3 weeks ago.
Yes.
Just go there. What's going on?
Not much. How about you?
Not so much.
Woke up, had a bagel.
There were a couple of things happening for us 3 weeks ago.
No, she said what's that?
Just seems like they were running a basic shipment from Duskgrave down along the southern coast. Ran into a little bit of some pirate trouble, but were able to get away because the blockade was present. Does that sync up with you? And Julian nods and says, "Yeah, we had a little bit of a problem, but again, the blockade was there, so they were run off pretty quickly."
What problem?
Pirates.
Did they have the case?
Nothing in there about that case or anything?
Did the pirates
No.
come on your ship, or did you guys go on their ship like at all?
No, we were just returning from Core down to Duskgrave to pick up supplies, and then down along the southern coast. And Theon says, "There's no mention of the box in this."
I see.
I am going to cast Divine Sense.
Okay, remind me what that does.
Detect good and evil. Sense anything affected by hollow spell. Know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet, not behind total cover.
You get faint traces of undead from the box.
I'd like like to look at the box and try and see if there are any arcane marks or anything magical about it.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
But definitely not anything from like No Name Yellow or anything.
Nope, nobody nearby.
18.
18. As you like close the lid of the box back together, you can definitely see there are some like small runes of warding, seeming to intend to keep whatever was in here locked away. But you also find like a sort of runic pad of like basically like a
Like a
telephone
lock
pad
pad?
of like a and you see like there's some way to unlock this box if you know the correct runic input, but it was lined with lead, and whatever you can kind of tell by just looking at this thing, like whatever was put in here was meant to be kept in here for a very long time, if not permanently.
So this is definitely a magical box. There was something that was in here and was supposed to stay in here.
Yeah, it seems undead. Something.
Well, if we've got a box now that we could put something in, why don't we put our bottle in the box?
What bottle?
No bottle, just a bottle.
We still have that
Remember the ball jar?
Yes.
Theon, you still have the bottle, right?
Yeah.
Would this, Theon, would this, in your opinion, also be in addition to holding on to it?
As far as keeping it contained, it couldn't hurt.
Okay.
Do we know the code to the box?
Nope.
Did you just close the box?
He didn't say he closed it, so no.
Okay. Well, we shouldn't close it then if we don't know the code to open it. So then it's kind of useless.
There's nothing.
Well,
in the
if we don't
diary
intend to
box.
take him out.
No.
Well, we still need to make sure he's sealed. I don't know if this box is a permanent seal. Clearly, something just got
Oh,
out.
clearly,
I'm a
yes.
permanent seal. Splash.
You're a penguin.
Stupid.
Sorry. None of you did it, so I had to.
God.
Remember flying seals?
Yeah. God, that was
The overhead?
a mess.
Love it.
I think that's what got me sick, actually.
The seal jokes, I can see that.
Seal it.
Oh, shut up.
So whatever was in this box is quite possibly still on board.
Possibly. Ira.
Hi.
It's with Ira.
It's your mom.
Listen.
It's Nancy.
It's Dr. Nancy Toms.
Nancy's here.
Featured in, I don't know, some PBS thing.
As you stand at the glowing gateway of the library,
Sure.
you hear a voice say, "Password!
Oh, fuck.
That's it!
I'm just gonna stay behind the
Entry!" No.
Lighthouse.
No!
Okay, that's fair. I should just back up. I. Hey, can I cast spells?
Yes.
Cool. Just double check.
Alohomora.
Yeah. I cast a spell magic on the door.
Okay. Up to what level can you go? Without having to roll for it?
I can go up to third.
Okay, you will have to roll for it then.
Okay, hold on. So I'll cast it in a fourth level slot. Yeah, no, I have to roll for it.
Okay. It is a 5th level.
Oh, it.
Stealth break.
Damn, this is so close.
What does that make the DC?
It's the DC is 10 plus the spell's level, so it would be a 15.
Okay, yep. 15 just versus your spell casting.
Yeah, my spellcasting modifier is 3. Okay.
Okay.
I have to take the lower of the 2 rolls. So this is going to go really well. Yeah, no.
No? Okay, yeah, you cast it, and you don't hear anything, but you get the sense that the enchantment is like, haha, nice try.
Yeah, sure.
And as you cast that, with your passive perception of 22, I'll just give it to you. You see something float into your periphery around the corner. About hey big.
Shoebox.
Oh, shit.
A floating skull. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
It's failed.
Failed. This thing floats up, sort of pauses for a second as it takes you in. The jaw opens and you hear that.
It's, yeah. They're die expensive.
You have dropped to 0 hit points and are unconscious.
Cool.
Outside on the boat, you all hear again the horrifying screech of this creature, but from within the tower.
You guys,
This
I don't
motherfucker's
think we
gonna
should
kill
have come
Ira.
to this boat.
As soon as I hear that, I grab Fenric and I
Just under your arm, like.
Yep. I'm like, it's time to go. And I cast Dimension Door to teleport us back to the part of the maze that we were last in.
Okay, what's the distance on that?
500 feet.
500. Okay, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, fucking tell me it's not
Yep.
500.
Fuck it, yes. That is why I took that spell.
Yep. That's only the second floor, so absolutely doable. You whip back in right next to the caged door. What are the rest of you on the boat doing?
Getting back to shore.
You motherfucker! I also cast Dimension Door.
Okay.
Who are you taking with you?
Apparently Sprocket.
Sprocket latches onto Gizmit.
I know this game.
Roland left alone.
I'm transporting us back to the where I was sleeping, because that's
Okay.
where I knew is no wall.
Yep.
Sure.
Theon sighs, reaches out his arm towards you, Roland,
Oh.
Hold hands!
and you guys reappear next to the bedding as well.
Ooh.
They're holding hands.
As you're like dangling off my arm.
Run upstairs.
Running upstairs. All right, you guys run up the stairway. You come to the library.
No, I'm beating up zombies again.
Oh, that's true. You run past Desmond, who is kicking up a bunch of dust by pounding on zombies.
Yeah.
Dust kicking up.
I would have ran upstairs
Right,
too.
making
I
way
don't know.
up.
As long as the sound came from up, that's where I would be going.
It's loud enough that I would say you could get a decent idea of it. You find
Do I
Ira.
make it there before them, or do they just kind of come out at the same time?
I think. Well, we
I
were
don't
down.
Your
You
speed's
were
a little
down.
bit slower, and Roland is very fast. So I'd say the two of you would probably.
So Roland Naruto runs past you.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I latch on to him.
You gotta hitch a ride sometimes. I love having waited that whole time to just get immediately knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
Damn it! I don't have disadvantage on saves.
Why?
Because that's level 3 and I'm at level 2. Fuck!
Well, next time.
You're
At least it means I
unconscious.
don't have disadvantage on my death saves.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but
see?
hold on, saves.
Ryan, can you hand me Desmond,
No.
please?
It's just ability checks.
Yep.
Thank you. You guys are all on your way up through the tunnels as well.
Yeah,
But
so I definitely
Fenric
don't be unconscious.
and Roland, you find them unconscious next to this glowing blue circle. What do you do?
I want to look for the source of the noise.
Okay.
I'd like to check on Ira.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm gonna go up to Ira, but like watching, not like running blindly there. I'm gonna watch around.
Sure.
But
Wow.
go stand next to Ira.
All right.
Thank you.
Wow.
You're watching over Roland. Go ahead and make a medicine check then, Roland. Are you trying to... Or I guess they're stable. Like, you're not actively dying.
I'm not?
No.
You're passively done.
No, you're just at 0 hit points and unconscious.
Okay.
You're like, if
so
you
I'm
saved.
not rolling death saves.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I can tell that Ira isn't like
Hey,
dying, just unconscious.
Yeah. You can see them breathing. You don't see any signs of major injuries apart from the fall they had from passing out.
Oh,
Just a little help. I've fallen and I
can't get up. But
I need life alert. He needs
Life
life alert. Getting to that point, guys. This is elder.
do we all see Ira, or
If you guys continue on, then yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a very crowded little
I
corridor.
assume I'm looking for the noise and it would lead me towards that way.
Yeah.
Wow, almost like if you dropped unconscious to 0 hit points and then got stabbed by a dagger, you wouldn't put up any resistance to it. I say that out loud. I don't know if
say that
anybody.
and everyone's like, what's 0 hit points?
What's a hit?
I pull out a dagger and go, is this what?
No!
I'm gonna nudge.
No, fine.
I'm gonna nudge Ira with my foot. Well, I guess it's lay on hands.
All right. Yeah. You put a foot on Ira's ankle and
I'll give you 10 HP.
10 HP. Where you come to?
Great. Fuck. Not great, actually. Oh my god.
I want to do something else.
Okay.
How long do I have? I know we're not in combat, but they're both actions. Do you want me to wait? I'm gonna cast Divine Sense again. Is what's gonna happen.
You can do that.
Fantastic. I
It's
do that.
within 60 feet.
60 feet, not behind total cover. So that's
What's
why.
your passive perception?
12.
I mean, Fenric. 12. Okay. As you're standing in the circle, you don't see a stairway leading upward. You do see the ceiling itself is this. At first glance, it looks like stone, in like just above this orb, but you can almost see beyond it. And casting Divine Sense, you do detect an undead creature over your head, straight up.
There's a skull.
What? Like in your head?
No. Well, that too, but it was floating, and I saw it, and then.
Oh, like that. I can see you, you fucker. Meme.
What is this today?
Okay, boomer.
That's, okay, I
cast
don't know what
Thunder.
that means. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
So that only lasts until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so
do
in 6
with that
seconds
as you will.
Yeah.
Well, no, it'll be 12 seconds.
Do what? Is
Well, I
this to me?
suppose, yeah, if it's a group of you, then I'll say.
Well, end of my
God,
next
and
turn.
I wish you were in the group chat so badly.
You can detect this presence and it is ascending.
Oh.
Like straight up on your
How-
radar.
How far do I know? I want to tell other people about it, but I don't want to know that I know. Like, how far away is it? Can I, like, whisper to them and, like, feel reasonably sure that...
I would say, yeah, if you whisper it, I'll make a perception check, but it's going to be a pretty high DC to do so.
I just wanted to make that.
Yeah.
So there's something undead going up this shaft. The ceiling is like there's
I think it's a skull.
a skull. Okay.
Floating skull.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's a way to get up there, but you need a password. And
Did
I
the
was-
skull say the password?
No, otherwise. I mean, what the skull did was knock me unconscious.
How?
Where's the door?
Unknown.
Where's the door for? To go to-
I show him the door.
Knock knock.
You see a glowing blue circle before you.
I press it. It's like a sort of like a
Like a button?
No, it's like on the floor, like this glowing ring on the floor.
It's not okay. So it's like it says password.
I said knock knock.
I wait for it to say password again.
I step on the circle.
Yeah.
Password.
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 It's not lighthouse.
Please.
Password.
Elevator.
Password.
Abracadabra.
Password.
I look
Oh,
around at the
Laura.
book titles.
Did you try 6969?
Accept it. No. Nice.
Do we get locked out if we try too many times?
Not
Maybe.
recently.
Go ahead and
Not
make
recently,
a
it's really
perception or investigation, Kismet.
Okay. What?
She asked if we tried 6969. I said no, not recently.
That's really good, actually.
17 investigation.
17. In this inner circle of teleportation, there are no books. If you work your way back out here, you can begin to rifle through. 17, you say?
I say please.
Find... That's the magic word, not the password.
You have a prop for us?
Uh-huh.
I was just wondering if you had a prop. You looked like you were going for a
Oh,
prop.
no, I'm looking for the books that Kismet is
Looking
Can you
at.
try
Looking
lockpicking on a password?
You hold your.
Hold them really close to the speaker. Like.
Kismet, looking through the books, you can tell that these are a bunch of what looks to be research journals. The actual bound and printed books that you do find involve binding rituals, sanguimancy, and lichdom.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I want to try to dispel magic again now that I know I don't have disadvantage.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
And while Ira casts that, I say, "See werewolf mummies."
That is going to be 19.
All right, you wave your hand. You see the blue circle around the ground fade out, and the small blue circle in the ceiling fade. There's a room above you.
There's a room above us.
how do we get up there?
The teleportation circle.
That we just turned off.
Hello?
It's a teleportation circle.
How high up is the ceiling?
10 feet.
Oh my fucking god, you're not gonna do it again, are you?
I cast
Yes,
spider
and-
climb.
I will get on your
Okay.
sore shoulders.
Sprocket casts spider climb, and
I'm going to.
Somebody throw me.
I'm going to cast.
Stonewall.
I'm going to cast enlarge on myself. So now I am easily over 10 feet tall, and I just hang with my arms on the ledge. I'm like, all right, everyone, climb up.
okay.
I don't know.
Sprocket spider climbs back down so she
So
can
you go up. Okay, perfect.
So you can spider climb up.
Yeah.
Desmond.
You heard
Yep.
me.
Make a tickle check.
Oh my god.
What clothes is Desmond wearing?
He is
So-
wearing a Speedo.
He
So
even
let's
notices
make it-
about Desmond, but
let's
yeah,
make
just
a
a
check.
red speedo.
So Desmond wears like orange, like just sweater, like a burnt orange sweater with a green cloak and some nice blue jeans.
So it's Anne.
You were wearing it the other day.
Yeah, you were.
Like last week, I'm pretty sure that was
You
your
wear a
outfit.
green
I
cloak.
was wearing a green cloak and an
Yeah.
orange sweater.
No, the
Yeah.
orange sweater. You were.
It was the jeans that threw
I
us.
I don't own an orange sweater.
It's too late.
You do now. It's in fiction. It's in
Yeah.
canon.
So,
Canon.
Desmond.
I pull off one of the research journals and start flipping through it.
Okay. Flipping through, you can see that this book is definitely detailing not just the works of this person that you met. Forgot that name. Sorry, Calumet.
Yeah.
But a few other researchers as well.
Also, liches and binding and blood magic. Not much to do with abjuration. Binding, yes.
How many few? I know I'm not there, but
3 or 4.
3 or 4 other
Researchers.
people? Researchers.
You all only
3?
have 1 minute to climb up the Desmond ladder.
I'm already up there.
I climb up
Also,
the Desmond ladder.
Alright,
Do I
yeah,
need to roll?
guys
I was
all-
up while ago.
We'll say Desmond is aiding you in your ascent, so you guys all get up into the next room, which
I bring the research journal with me.
is
Oh,
this, but
God.
without all the floaties. Because the magic is dispelled. You find a
Normal.
large, empty, cavernous room.
What's that? Book?
Oh, fuck.
Book?
There's like a book and a chair and like a
Okay,
pot
okay.
floating around.
Alright.
I
Yeah.
think I
They're all
broke
on the
the
ground.
lighthouse.
Is the light out?
Yeah. It's dispelled.
Do we hear any ships crashing?
Oh, the light itself? You can't tell because you're inside.
I brought the research journal with me as I climbed up. I was reading it climbing up.
It's sort of going over the various experiments and work that the researchers have done in the recent years. And it seems to be, a lot of it seems to be working with volunteered blood in recent years.
Mhm.
However, in some of the older journals, that does not seem to be the case.
Cute.
The first entries in these journals, you find that the first member of this group who took over this tower would intentionally cut the light to let ships crash and then
And get victims.
harvest. Yeah.
How old are some of these entries?
Pretty old. You gather maybe 400 years old.
Yo.
You said also pretty old about the bodies, and that was 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he didn't say not
Listen,
recent.
800 hamburgers.
Yeah.
A
At least
large
5 years old.
boulder.
A large
And
boulder the
most
size
of them are
a
like
small
crispy
boulder.
chunks of meat right now because Desmond was working some things out.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I sent it to the group chat.
That's Ira. That's him. He's about to go bad.
Okay, I keep reading. I haven't
Is
told
there
anybody yet.
anything else going on in this room?
Nope. There's
Anything
the
else?
shaft goes up like.
Oh, I spider climb up.
Okay, yeah. As you spider climb up, you find a similar small, 9x9 hole, which you can poke your head up into.
9 by 9 what?
Feet.
You want to do that gesture again?
And then
This one.
That one.
I don't. What's?
Yeah, but
I don't. Is it?
bug.
Is the?
fisting.
I don't. What's the?
John, stop it! Don't get so hard.
Oh God.
Poking your head up, you see this guy.
This means nothing to me.
This guy.
This guy.
This guy.
Looking around, you find a laboratory / small quarters, in which is another staircase leading upward. You gather you must be near the top of this building.
I'm gonna, put my head over the hole
Mm-hmm.
and be like, you guys, I can go up pretty far, but I don't think I should probably go alone. I'm pretty weak.
You got a ladder?
Desmond, can we climb you again?
How high up is it?
30 feet.
No.
Okay.
Can you throw me?
Can you enlarge yourself and then
Do I have a
climb
rope?
up you?
If you have an adventurer's
If it's in
pack.
your starting equipment that you would.
Sure, I have a rope.
I
likely
mean,
have.
I would give you some
I know.
rope too.
I'm gonna how are you gonna hand it to me?
You're gonna climb back down and then take it.
I'm so tired. Can you just come up my rope now?
Sure.
I'll go last. Y'all are gonna need to hold that.
Okay, fair enough.
I throw a rope down.
All right, yeah, 50 feet of rope easily enough. You lower it down.
I'll-
All right, let's make athletics checks.
Wait, and it's just Sprocket holding it at the top?
Yep.
No, I tie a knot.
Sure.
What?
To what?
I don't know, something
Skull.
steady.
Looking around the room, there's a bed. There's some desks.
Is there a window?
Is it after?
There are.
You
Are
said
there
it's a
acrobatics
30-foot
or
drop and then a
athletics?
50-foot rope, so I feel like I probably have enough to be able to tie
you
it
got-
around,
you got
like...
20 feet to tie around, so 25 feet probably if you want.
And I have spider climb, so I could even climb out and go to another window and climb back in and be like...
Sure.
Can we choose acrobatics or athletics?
Oh, would you describe to me acrobatically?
How would you
clever?
flip up a
I
rope?
just didn't
you
hear
ever
what you
seen-
said.
Oh, sorry, no, athletics.
Okay.
checks.
Have you ever seen Jackie Chan Adventures?
Yes.
If you had a monk, if you were a monk, you'd have a leg to stand on.
Have you ever seen like?
Well, I
the
got an
rope-
8,
The
so-
silk,
Okay.
the silk dancing.
Old man can't climb a rope.
He cannot.
So,
Not
so
his
John,
Yes.
I rolled a 0.
Yeah. Roland jumps towards the rope and misses.
That falls flat on his face.
Oh.
And I laugh, but then I go and try to climb it up.
I got
You
a-
like hang on the end and nothing happens.
I got a 23 with disadvantage.
Frederick runs and just
9.
9. Gizmet gets slightly higher than Ira did.
10.
One higher.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to leave the rope here for all of you guys.
Frederick, you were on.
We're going to go ahead.
Yeah. Do you want to hold on? I can pull the rope up. If you're having
Yes.
trouble climbing.
Can't help
That
you. I
sounds
have a
great.
mindless
Tall
one.
lead.
I look at you and I'm like, where are your fucking wings now?
Is it 10 not good enough?
Just give me like 2 more weeks. I gotta level up.
So they're just for show.
Well, right now,
Get
I
on.
hadn't used them in a while. They're stiff.
With a 10,
Arthritis.
you make it
I'm
up.
Oh,
old.
thank goodness.
I use Ira's head as leverage to
Climb
go
up.
up.
That's
All right.
fine.
Go ahead
This
and make
is
another
fine.
athletics check. Go ahead and the
7.
remaining
Save the children.
3. More troubles.
I go back down and grab Kismet and then climb back up.
Okay, go ahead and make another athletics check with
He already has disadvantage.
disadvantage. Yeah.
Double 2 is
Double 2s.
the worst thing he can get.
That's a 9.
A 9, yeah. Just climb up and just hang there.
I'm gonna
It
do it
looks
again.
cool.
I'm gonna do it again.
Alright. So DC 10,
How are
guys.
things going?
Pretty good. How are things going with you?
19.
Is there
Okay.
going alright?
Do you
Somehow
ever
you,
do
like,
like modeling on
Clip
this side,
Kismet
or
on
do
like
you
a
just
cloak and
adventure
then
all the
climb
time?
up.
I-
No
very friendly.
modeling.
Alright.
No.
We're back at it
No.
again
Oh
at
my
Krispy
god, you could
Kreme.
make so much money.
Oh, I usually just barter
No.
with souls
Nope.
and trinkets.
Only so,
Pull
I
me
feel like
up!
you could just take a picture of your face and be
Roland,
like,
go ahead.
"Ooh, ooh." You know what I mean? And then you'd be on the cover of a book or
DC 10.
something.
Okay, now I rolled a 19, so that is a 16.
You are able to climb up the rope, leaving Ira at the bottom, I believe.
I will attempt to pull the rope.
I thought Desmond is also the bottom.
Desmond's
made it
here.
up.
We're just
Desmond-
hanging out.
Yeah,
We were hanging out. We're talking about my modeling career.
yeah.
What am I just making? What am I
This is
making?
just athletics again.
Athletics again?
Yep.
17.
17. Okay, Ira, just make a strength check to hold on.
Really, John?
Yeah.
Tie it around your waist.
Oro, try holding on harder.
Already being pulled up.
4.
He starts pulling it up, and Fennec, you give one good pull to get it going, and then just feel nothing on the other end.
Fuck!
Later than I thought. Just fucking throw it back down.
Delts have been working.
I yell, tie a foothold!
Alright! Okay,
I'm gonna
do
cast
that.
Minor Illusion as a cantrip and put a carrot at the top of the
And a
No,
cereal carrot.
I'm allergic!
No, I tap you on the shoulder and I'm like, make it a flask.
I make it a flare.
I have one of those. Make it 2 flags.
I make it 2 flares.
Make it a bird.
A bird
one
can
flag.
make a flag.
It's a bird holding one flask in the paws, and it's going like this.
What are you doing now?
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tie off a foothold for
Okay.
myself. And
Okay.
And then use the
Advantage?
motivation of the bird
With
the
that,
2
you don't have
flags.
to worry about rolling in anything because you have like something to secure you onto.
Okay.
So Fenric, go
Does she
ahead.
have to make a rope tying check?
Nah.
I already tied a rope really good
Basic
earlier.
enough,
It's
yeah.
fine, guys.
I didn't have to make a rope tying check for securing the rope at
First
the
one,
top,
no good.
so
Same exact thing. A 2 and a 4. A 3 and a 14.
I grab the rope.
Fenric just-
It's a 1.
I grab the rope with a
A 2.
four.
Are you trying? Are you
No.
pulling?
No. Fenric's
12.
You both are like pushing on the rope, and then one of you pulls while the other one pushes, but eventually you
That
are able
fucking
to pull
disadvantage, like,
Ira up
killed
the
me.
rope.
Then I come out of the hole and I say, "Hello, everyone. Thank you."
Leave the rope here for when we leave.
I do a little bow.
I don't need it. I didn't even know I had it before this. So.
Down below you hear us. So should I just wait down here?
Yes.
or-
No!
Okay.
Oh,
Who?
pull him.
Theon.
Theotis. Oh wait.
I'll
It's
drop
really
the rope
hard, really
back
bad
down.
with these names.
You gonna climb up? I don't think you should be alone down there in case you die.
Yeah.
Yes, that's fair.
Also, more firepower is good firepower.
It's not that hard to get up the rope.
Yeah, it's really not that hard.
Okay.
Also, I found a really cool research journal.
There's a bunch of cool science
Nerd
shit here. You might love it.
stuff. I cast minor load.
The lighting is
Caleb
really
climbs up the
flattering
rope.
up here.
It's like a highlighter and
It's-
a pencil.
And he like clamps his feet and then pulls up.
Oh no.
It's very slow going, but he.
He really
The-
likes the
the tech-
highlighter and the pencil I made for him.
Yes.
The technique is perfect.
Yes, yeah. It's not athletic looking by any means, but his technique is amazing.
It's like he read it out of a book.
Yes. He climbs up into the room with you, and you all see the room around.
What is the sweet ass mirror thing?
What's the glowing purple thing?
That's
What's
what
that
I was
golden
looking at.
disk?
These are windows here, yeah.
Windows,
That
but
one is too.
Windows.
What's
That
that
window.
golden
There's
disc?
the light outside.
purple
remember?
mirror.
This here,
Yes.
that looks
well,
to
the
be
one thing
a
that's a little bit next to it. Is that
brazier
everything?
thing of some kind. These are curtains blowing open in the window. There is a glowing mirror of some kind.
Yes,
on the
that's
wall.
where I am at.
All right.
Look at me.
Maybe you shouldn't walk up to glowing, strange objects.
I'm already looking at it,
Ugh.
at
And
myself.
near the stairs going up.
The stairs going up, they're not actually on said map. I don't know why, but they're over here in the corner. They lead upward.
Yes, I will go there too.
What's the stairs in the middle?
The
That
ones-
would be
that's
the entry
hole.
into the room that you just
It
climbed
wasn't
up.
stairs for us. It was a hole.
Yeah.
Just check.
For some reason, the top floor didn't have the stairway leading up to the actual, like, roof of the
For
lighthouse.
some reason.
For some reason.
John was just lazy.
I
Yeah,
don't
John
make
made all this.
these.
John did this.
I wish I could make these.
So where's the ghost?
I haven't
Boom.
seen him. You will know him because he's
Oh my
just a
God.
floating skull.
Can you still tell where it is?
I-
Henrik, do you still know where it is?
No,
can I
I
roll
lost.
like a nature? Can I roll like a nature check on that shit I saw? Is that a thing? I
Is
can
it
do?
scat?
Is it? Yeah. Do I know what that was?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay.
I'm investigating the mirror.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Oh. 14.
You recognize something called a demi-lich.
It's a demi-lich.
Why didn't you know that when you woke up?
I just had to think about it. I was disoriented.
Nat 20.
Okay.
You look great.
This mirror is magic as shit. You can tell that this is a communication mirror of some sort. It has a replica somewhere throughout the world, and looking in through the mirror, you can see a large, looks to be an office of some kind. Within, you see a desk with a small fireplace behind it, and all manner of scrolls sort of laying out across the desk.
Does it look like anywhere that I am familiar with? In terms of...
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, God.
Is it where I think it is?
God fucking damn it. Ugh. 6.
Nope.
Do I have to make a check for it too if I was over there? Like, or can I see into it?
Once Kismet's noticed it, I'll say you can, like, point it out to Fenric if you would like.
Henrik, check out this sick two-way mirror.
Oh, that's nice.
I pick him up.
Oh,
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
my favorite.
Yeah.
7.
What are you guys looking at?
You want to hold him? I passed
Yeah, rolling poof to the floor.
Yeah. Ow.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check, Roland.
I missed the unmute button. Just intelligence?
Yes.
21.
You recognize the office of Professor Hugo.
Yeah!
Fucking knew it.
Same.
Well, same, but Fenric did it.
Yeah.
I also.
Do you tell people that, Roland, or are you just gonna keep that juicy nugget?
He
to
just
yourself?
yells, "Knew it!" And that's
Flocks away.
Yep. Puts on
So it
sunglasses.
appears as if our host has been talking to Hugo. This would appear to be his office.
Ah, fuck.
I hold my research journal and I look at it. This book is all about how the people working in the lighthouse have been taking blood from people and using it to do magic.
Is it an old book or a new book?
Old.
Fucked up.
So maybe before the current keepers?
How far did the entries go?
Between the books you looked at, about 400 years or so.
To now?
To fairly recent.
Yeah,
yes.
no, it's 400 years to now.
And looking back through them, you can tell that there have been some newer notes put over some old notes as well, adding addendums.
It started very not voluntary. Has become more voluntary. But, big question marks. There are lots of new notes on old notes. And there were a bunch of researchers, and then it looks like notes from a couple of them stopped being added based on handwriting.
I cast Divine Sense again.
What happened?
That's a great question.
Once you all used my blood to do magic, and I did not like it, so I did volunteer.
And you detect 2.
well, you have so little blood left.
What?
I said you have so little blood left because you're old and your blood leaves.
You're old and you're old.
How does the mirror work? Is it as in?
Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop.
The mirror of Skypius, yes.
Is it more of a window, or do I see a reflection as well?
You see a faint reflection.
Because I'm short, and I'm going to try to use the reflection to see 10 feet above myself.
Smart.
Smart.
Smart is
Smart.
you can do it.
The ceiling is a little bit lower in this room, so you get the idea that it's on the roof itself.
Up on the roof.
I'll just tell you that outright, so that
Sure.
you're
I didn't want to be like, huh?
no.
I totally just picture them just like. Hey guys, there's two of them.
To what? To what?
There's 2 undead life forms.
Stimulants.
Well, you don't know that.
Is it?
One
I
of them
saw
might
it.
be.
You know that one of them
Oh,
is.
that's true.
I bet the
Yeah.
other one is what's his face.
Yeah, or
I
it's
bet-
another, or it's
Sea-wolf.
another Demi.
There were a bunch of books about.
It's a sea.
There were a bunch of books about the blood magic and also being a lich. So.
Yeah, baby, can
Oh,
we
you
get up?
did have a
Can we
look.
get up to the roof?
Hey,
You guys, I
Noella,
don't
had
know
lots
about
of
you, but I think
tattoos,
maybe that lighthouse keeper, Carl Moon, was
are you
probably
saying
lying.
tattoos are a lich thing?
Some of them are visual.
Desmond, where you are standing,
Yes.
you see 3 or 4 small lanterns. And
Neat.
you can hear a soft whispering just out of the corner of your ear. Just very faintly, you hear just
It's Nagini.
I don't pick this up with my 22.
I turned my head. Do I see a skull in
No.
front of my face?
You do not.
Oh.
Do you see the lantern?
If you were a little bit closer, you would.
Okay.
You still pick it up. It's just within 10
Yeah,
feet
I'm
of
on the
it.
other side.
And we're looking in a mirror. Do you think if
I
I
wasn't.
press the
I
mirror?
guess I was, or if you wanted to be over on that side with Desmond, I could say you could also.
Yeah, I'll do it because I wasn't looking in the mirror.
Okay.
I'm watching Desmond.
I don't know who the fuck Hugo is.
There's
He's just some guy you guys talk about.
Do you guys hear this? Do you hear it? Listen. Listen.
I hear
Don't
it.
do that.
I hear it. Just
Don't like that
something
one?
about
Don't
this
do that. Do that. Actually, do it,
strange
but do it
chamber
in
in the
easier.
bathroom.
Are you? Do you
Do
need
it.
to pee?
I maybe.
I look at the lanterns.
I'm like,
really
are
good.
these soul lanterns? And I shake them.
Lanterns.
Grab make a wisdom saving throw.
It's called a latrine, Desmond. I've told you this before.
A what saving throw?
Wisdom.
Ooh, hop 10. Oh, Fenric, how close are you? No, you're not. Okay.
Nah.
10.
10. Does mean you take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Ow!
Why would you touch this?
I was whispering at me.
It's
Which
probably
one? This one? I want to go touch it.
I want to touch it too.
Ready?
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, is this wisdom against magic?
It is magic. Yes.
So I have
Is it
plus
against-
1 and advantage.
Yes, because you're a gnome. Yep.
Is it frightened or poison?
No.
Okay. Nope, it's not against saving throws. it's
Wait,
only
what kind
ability
of saving
checks.
throw?
Wisdom.
Sorry. Wisdom?
24.
Okay.
Wait. 18.
21
Okay.
for her.
You both save, and you don't take any damage. You hear the whispering, kind of like the voices form together, and you hear them combine into one, and they say, "Free us!
They want us to free them.
Too long have we lingered here,
Don't recommend that.
trapped."
Hang on, how many lanterns are there?
3.
Oh my god, downstairs!
What's downstairs?
The
The 3
bodies,
dead
the
bodies in the
bodies.
crates.
Hold on. What kind of dead bodies?
I don't know,
They
they
were
were
covered in salt, and then I beat them up because they might have been mummies.
I wasn't there. I
they were
don't
So
know any
you
of
might
this shit.
say
Were
they
they
were
just human
drained.
males?
He
Yeah.
saved us from the mummies.
Thank
first
you.
of
You
all.
might say that these bodies were drained of blood.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah. They were dehydrated. Well, they were also in salt, but yeah, they were very dehydrated.
Yeah, so
And
they,
sodium, you
The
know.
salt is very dehydrating. I licked it, and then I got very thirsty.
I thought
Are
you
you
were
well,
always
child?
thirsty.
What's wrong with you?
You licked dead person salt?
It was
before
really
we knew
tasty,
it was...
honestly. It was a lot of umami.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was
Like
mummy.
Jesus.
Fucking
Someone
let's
ask these lanterns
That's
how
the name of
long.
the episode, Umami.
Someone ask
We
these
said it the
lanterns
exact
if their
same time.
bodies are in the boxes that you were talking about.
Oh, your body's on the floor.
This is very strange. Should we go up to the roof?
No! I
I
have,
couldn't even get through that.
I have another question.
Wait, how do we free them?
Would we?
Can we talk
What
to
is your
them?
question?
How do we free you?
We are held in a prison above.
Oh, then let's
Oh,
go
you're in the
upstairs.
lantern. You're the lantern.
You're the light.
Are
see
your
if we
bodies
had this light,
downstairs?
We can't fucking identify on this light. We
Oh,
could've-
okay.
I don't have that.
The
I have it.
The lighthouse
your
is
fault.
made of all of the people that they've been doing the blood experiments on for 400 years.
It sucks.
Neat.
I hold the book.
Knowledge is power.
Reading.
I have a second question, though that wasn't a question, so this is still my first question. Hugo's office, binding. I point at Theon. Ball jar. We're taking him to Hugo to bind him because Hugo's an expert in binding and sealing spells, and so are these people. So is this workshop. But why? Why is Hugo an expert at binding?
It sounds like your friend might have gotten into some weird shit.
I don't know if he's our friend.
I mean, you've only referred to him as such.
Yeah, but also he has a two-way mirror that he can talk to these.
I know, I agree. It's chicken. That's what I'm saying.
He's lost.
I look at the mirror. Is there anyone in it yet?
Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop.
Highs or lows?
Oh God.
Highs.
Why don't you just yell into it?
Also, they can see us.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god, it's happening. It's really happening.
98.
Nice.
You see a squat human figure walk up and sit behind the desk with a bristling walrusy mustache and a small pair of spectacles
Is that
resting
him?
on his nose.
Hey, you.
I hide. I die.
Don't dive out of the way.
Same. I don't
They don't know who I am.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Oh, I'll come over.
Who
Hello.
are you, my good friend? How did you get this number?
Are you Hugo?
Yes, I am Hugo.
Oh, I've heard tell of your deeds.
I'm like fucking dying with my book.
Yeah, I'm like,
Can I help you? Is everything all right?
We're friends of
No!
Skull Paddle.
Okay.
We're
This is Calame's number. How is...
Oh, we're friends of him too.
That's not very convincing.
What? You didn't even let me roll a persuasion.
Just the way you said it.
I didn't say it anyway.
sincerity issues.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh, just a second.
You are friends of neither of those people.
Looking forward to being friends with Skull Paddle.
Yes. Heard a lot
It's a
about
crit
it.
one.
I don't know who you are.
I'm gonna give you my point of inspiration.
I'm having a
Reroll that
really
shit.
rough day.
And I
Hey.
don't know what
Wait, can you
you've
do
done
that?
to
Can
Calame.
you do
Yes. I'm giving my point of inspiration to re-roll
that? Or to take the higher roll?
or no.
No. That's your rolls only.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I heard Calame talk for at least 1 minute, right?
But wait, we're staying with him. How are we not his
You
friends?
absolutely did.
You heard him speak for a minute, yes. However, as this is happening, Hugo is in the middle of saying, I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you've done to Calame. But rest assured, when I find out who you are, I will rain destruction down on you. And the mirror goes black.
Oh.
Sorry.
I tap on the glass.
Hello?
No, I said no. It doesn't activate.
Worth a shot.
You really did not give me a chance to explain myself.
I take the mirror off the wall.
Break it!
There's rocks behind it.
No,
Are you
Stone
taking
wall.
it?
no, this is mine now.
Yeah, you're taking it.
Yes.
Here. I open up my fanny pack.
I put it in the fanny bag.
What do I say that is?
Just put down mirror for now.
Okay.
I really did not need any more enemies in this plane, but I have one.
I doubt he'll recognize me.
Oh, trust me, he will recognize you.
Why?
Just
Beautiful,
say you have a
unique
handsome
specimen.
face.
Why is everyone saying
You
this?
look like a
I've
zombie
always
cover
said
of,
that.
like
Why is
a-
everybody being
you know,
so
like
nice
a
to
book
me?
Where they smooch.
Did you just like gay book?
I have always.
No, like a book where they smooch on the inside, but you look like what they would put on the outside. It's like the guy that's in the book. You know what I
That's
mean?
just a normal book.
Fenric only
No, like
reads
a saucy book.
gas station.
Yeah, a normal book. Oh, I'm sorry, a good book.
Yes,
A
yes,
good normal
exactly.
book.
I want to ask the lanterns how to get upstairs. How do you get upstairs?
Oh, there's stairs here.
These stairs to your right.
Can we please Can we please not die, because now I really want to go back to the books.
Okay.
Hey, scale of 1 to 10, how bad are we fucked with that situation that I just did?
Pretty
somewhere
bad.
It
between 8
seems
and
pretty
12.
bad to me.
That was a
Yeah.
pretty bad one.
I felt bad about
Yeah,
it.
but he also really didn't give you a chance.
No, he did not, and I was not lying.
Well, he did give you like one chance, and then you did a really bad job with it.
Well, you could have done better.
I think we should
Probably.
go upstairs. We should go check this out.
I also, just to point out, you two are not at your fucking finest.
I can
Hey.
heal. We can heal.
But they're not
Fair
like
but
this all the
mean.
time.
Hey,
I know I can't really.
lantern on the wall.
I know I can't really wait, but yeah.
Is there anything we should know before going upstairs? Wait, what would happen if we free you?
We would finally have a chance to escape
What
this
did you?
prison.
What would happen if you escape?
We would find freedom.
I hope you
What-
don't need your body through that.
What did you used to be?
It's been so long.
They're the researchers. Right.
We were once angelic folk. Radiant, wise, and beautiful. Like so many of our people.
And we're all like,
Halflings.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Using the information that you've gained since you've been here, you can conclude that they were probably Azamar, as was your host.
As was the guy with all of the tattoos.
Yep.
We will free you.
Thank you.
And you will just go away? I'm not sure how this works. You're not going to terrorize anybody or become evil spirits or anything like that?
No.
I'm going to roll the check.
Insight check.
Insight check. I rolled more 2s tonight than I ever have.
Seems like they're telling the truth.
Well, it is a 4.
Seems like they're really telling the truth.
Okay.
You've never
Sam is
believed
applauding
anything.
you.
Applauding for you.
You've never heard a truth like this before.
I believe him. Let's go.
I believe him. You can be the best man at my wedding.
I'll have so many best men. Yeah.
All right, making your way upstairs.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's fine. We're fine. This is fine.
I agree.
Wow.
Whatever you say. What do you look like right now?
So Sprocket generally looks like she's very small, she's dark skin, like all elbows and knees, very, very small features, and then like really uncomfortably large eyes. And then when she smiles, her mouth is really, really wide.
Do you know?
And like crazy
So
big hair.
you're not the
No,
little
she's
girl
not a little
anymore.
girl
you
anymore.
know
But
what-
she is spider climbing still for the next hour, so she's definitely like
I have like, I have this image
On
in
the
my
wall?
head of Madame Raz from She-Ra, but like small.
yes. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
So as you all make your way up to the rooftop, it's still nighttime despite the coloration.
Sauron.
The orb floats overhead about 15 feet, and you see the broken and the black smoke of the necrotic damage done to its body of
What's his face?
your host,
Malamar.
Mr.
Malamar.
Calumet. What do you do?
I want to
Is the skull around? I look for it. I look for what Igra described.
It's a skull.
Is it glowing?
Fuck off.
No, it just is float like kind of it's not in float.
You do not see the skull anywhere. However, above you in the orb, you see the image of a young Azamar, like maybe 12, 13-year-old child, like looking down at you, hands pressed against the side of the shield containing them. Go ahead and make perception checks, everybody.
How?
23.
You fucking kidding me?
12.
13.
I got another one.
11.
All right. 12s and higher, you see blah, 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 blah. A rune across the top of the tower over here, embedded into this wall. And it looks to be the rune one would use to release these, whatever they are, trapped in this bubble overhead.
Is it like the eject symbol for like a DVD player?
It's the
The arrow
flat line
line
with the arrow pointing up. Yeah,
Where was this again?
over there.
right here,
How? Where? On the wall?
embedded into
The writing
stone
is on the
of
wall.
Yeah,
Do you know where that comes from? No. Okay.
that's Sam Smith's song. As the rising sun.
Yeah, this is where it comes from.
Yes. Very good.
First
thought it came
usage.
from-
It's in the Oxford English Dictionary, guys.
I was wondering like how high up too, right? 'Cause
Oh,
I, like,
you could
walk over,
you could
yeah.
reach it. Yes.
It's a fair thing to check.
Because
It
if
is,
you
yes.
couldn't, also I'm on the walls.
I wanna.
You just climb over.
I have
on that,
spider
so-
climb right
I
now.
wanna do
You
a
anywhere?
medicine check on Malamar.
Sure.
I'm sorry, Malamar?
Yeah, Anne's been calling him that the whole time.
Yeah.
Calamay.
Mandalorian.
Calamine?
Calamay.
Calamine lotion.
Calamine. Like calamine lotion.
Calamaybe.
No.
Call me
Call me
maybe.
maybe.
Exactly.
11.
11. Very dead. Done so via necrotic damage.
He's dead!
Wow, thanks.
You're welcome. I
Wait,
just,
that's Corvamite?
Yeah.
Malamar, yes.
Does
Okay.
do you know that?
Me?
Who are you asking?
Calamay,
They're dead.
do you know you're dead?
No answer.
I'm gonna use my divine sense again.
What's the range on it?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay.
How big is this? Like platform? I would like try to, if I'm aware of how
Center
big
as
it
possible.
is.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's 60 feet. So you can get 40 feet across and 10 feet off the sides. You can detect an undead presence behind this spire, and then overhead.
Just a giant ball,
Yeah,
but not Calamay.
but not Calamay.
Can I?
I don't think he's undead. It does. My senses don't say that.
Your spidey
My spidey
sense.
senses. I fucking knew you were gonna say that.
So,
They're not tingling.
so we're sure he's not a zombie sea werewolf mummy.
Well, nobody's sure of anything.
There's
I'm not
really no
sure,
way to
but
know.
Unless he was disguising himself from my check somehow.
That's what zombie sea werewolves mummies
Yeah, I would.
do.
Well, we could go just like kill him again, kill him extra just in case.
Okay.
But I don't. I'd rather that didn't happen.
Seems brutal.
Yeah.
You just throw him over the side.
Yeah, okay.
I don't mean to be crass, but if he's got a chance of coming back,
Who said that?
Theon.
I just.
Didn't even check his body or anything.
Nope.
Oh, yikes.
Splatters against the rock. You hear the angry squawking of penguins below.
Wait, I want to run back downstairs for 2 seconds
Do we hear him eating?
Okay.
and go to where the disembodied voices are and
Mhm.
be like,
Yes.
"Is Cormachan here? The person who lived in the lighthouse just now, did somebody die? Do you guys have a new friend?"
No, he is our prison keeper, our jailer,
Okay. I
our
remember.
eternal torment.
Okay, bye. He's dead now.
Runs back.
We killed him. Killed him. He's dead now. Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
What are y'all
Hey
doing?
guys.
What?
Should we hit the eject button over there?
What?
You heard me.
Where his souls go.
I think
Oh.
the rune over there is gonna make the souls go away.
I feel like if we do
I'm
that
saying
though,
it
it's
quietly.
like going to pop off.
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
I mean,
can
it
anyone,
sounds really fun. We should do it.
does anyone see the skull? I look at Ira.
I
look around
I
to
whisper
the
and
skull.
like make eyebrows and point behind me to where I detected it.
Okay.
I look there.
Sure. Are you going up the ledge, like leaning around to protect for it? Okay.
Do you want me to climb?
Investigation?
I'm being stealthy.
Perception from where you are. Yeah, you're.
Nice.
Nice.
Somebody grab his coat so he
12.
doesn't fall when
12?
he dies.
Excuse me. Me?
You already fainted once.
Yeah, I'm behind, like grabbing.
You can see this small skull like hovering kind of idly around this
Hello?
spire, like waiting.
Talk.
Let me see if it speaks.
Does
your
it talk?
That's exactly it.
That's the scene, yes.
We've done it.
Wow, this is amazing.
I see you, bitch.
It doesn't reply.
I ain't never gonna stop seeing you.
Bitch!
Are you not talking because you can't talk or you don't want to talk to me? I know we already had an encounter.
This is incredible.
I know
I
you
see
hear
him.
me.
I turn back to everyone and say, I see him. He's not talking.
Yeah, because he doesn't like you.
Yeah, apparently not. I don't know. Most people do. It's shitty.
Calamari, get your ass over here.
Big,
not-
no, it's not him.
John,
Calamari died.
I've moved to the other side. Well, basically, I'm gonna walk around the area, sort of
Okay.
in the center, and try to see if the second force, if I
Mhm.
can detect it. I have 12 seconds, and then it's gonna wear off.
Okay. Making your way around like it's the first one, definitely like straight above you, containing the orb. The second one, you hear it or feel it ping right about there, and then Ira is like leaning over the side, like
That was the same one I detected before.
Mhm.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. The one above you, it's kind of tricky. You can detect the undead presence absolutely 100%, but it's kind of muddled and blurred, which you would probably gather just due to the nature of the containment that it is in.
Should we let them go?
Hey, yo, Ira, how big is the skull?
That's kind of like a big boy
It's
girl.
like skull-sized.
Would it fit in like a 2x2 cube case?
2x2 what? Feet?
Box. Box.
Box.
Box.
What's box?
Do we have?
Box
Wasn't I
on
on
the
the ship with you?
That's true.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was asking this way,
So,
not by
like,
box.
I appreciate this
Can
working
you
though.
make this? Probably.
I gesture
probably,
the
right?
size of the
Just
box
go
on the
grab
boat.
it, see what happens.
I-
2x2 foot cube.
It's too far away for me to grab
Wait,
it.
do we have the
No,
box?
don't grab the skull.
That's what she said. Literally just a second ago.
I just want to kill Anne tonight.
Yeah, we're just trying to get Ira cut.
Do we have
The box.
the box?
No.
No, we don't. I don't see any box.
Oh my god, it turned out I took it with me and I didn't tell anybody.
Yes,
I
you were
whistled
carrying
to it.
around a box that is 2/3 of your height.
I whistled to
This
it.
whole
Wait,
time.
no,
It's
I have an
hidden
idea.
in my
Are you going to
bagpipes.
hold out a dog treat?
No, I'm gonna turn into my demonic form.
Okay.
Here, buddy.
No
Come
shit.
here.
You turn into your demonic form.
And then I'm going to whistle to it and say, hello!
No, it's
I'm back too!
You see the head cock slightly. No reply.
Fuck.
Give it a dog treat. I gestured at Trevor. It
What was
works all
your
the
what was your
time.
Arcana check on these earlier? What was like 15 or 16 or something?
It was
Does it
14.
Does it
14.
understand
Okay.
you?
It appears to because it's confused now.
With that,
I
I'll give
changed.
you that. They have no languages they can speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a dash next to languages.
Wait.
Oh, I speak that too.
Universal speech.
It's the language of love.
Regardless of the language you speak. It doesn't say that if they don't have language that I can't use it. As a bonus action, you can expend one of your uses of Bardic Inspiration. When you do so, roll your Bardic Inspiration die, choose a number of creatures. I don't need that. For 10 minutes, the chosen creatures can magically understand you, regardless of the languages you speak, and you have advantage on charisma checks made to influence them.
All right.
Actually,
Oh my
that's
God.
pretty good,
Get the
actually.
box.
Get in the box we forgot to bring.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that now.
Okay.
What are you trying to do? You hurt me before and it really sucked.
I was trying to free my brothers.
No!
Are you your brothers in the lanterns?
Yes.
Oh, and are you guys like... We don't
What?
want you to hurt us, but we don't want to hurt you either.
I only wish to free my brothers from their entrapped
But
state.
you knocked the shit out of me.
Yes.
I didn't do anything to your brothers.
You are between me and my brothers.
Okay, so you're like not like okay, I get it.
It's not my ability. What do we hear?
Yeah,
right
what
now?
are we witnessing?
It's,
like-
it's all telepathic.
I'm right
pretty
next
sure.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say
okay.
it's telepathic.
This is the noise the skull can make.
Yeah.
I think he's cold.
You see the jaw moving, but no noise is coming out.
Oh my god.
I'm scared.
Sure, I know. Information.
My shit is fiends and undead, and I'm like, this fucking thing is about to die.
Nope.
Is it you were in a box? I heard.
Sealed away by dark forces.
What dark forces? Can you tell me more about that?
They didn't like what I was up to, so they sealed me away in a box.
What? And you were up to?
Regular lich stuff.
Literally, this guy is my best friend.
I had a lair.
You had a lair. So suppose I were to free your brothers, what would the consequences of that be?
We would be free. We would cause you and your companions no harm.
Insight check.
Okay.
And I have advantage on charisma based.
It's not inside.
Or is it just charisma? Oh,
Just
insight is
charisma
not.
based.
Yeah. okay.
Wisdom.
Convince them not to fuck with us.
Okay. My insight check is a 7.
Seems like he's telling the truth.
Seems like, of course it does. Well, here, let me make a proposition to you.
Go ahead.
It's not. I just want to take you at your word, you know. But it's hard to do in this world that we live in, where everyone's crossing, and you did knock me out earlier. You'll remember.
Yes.
Yes. It's I'm also, you know.
Got you good, didn't I?
Yes, you really did.
Didn't kill you
Bazzed
though.
me. If we let you go, you'll let us go, and
My brothers and I will fly off, and you will never hear from us again.
and
Probably.
you will leave this place alone.
Yes.
There's a person downstairs on the other side of a mirror.
Okay.
You don't know anything about him.
No.
Okay. Who made you?
Who made who? Who made you? AC/DC.
That's really helpful.
I made me.
I
chose this
was
form.
made when two demons decided they wanted to fuck each other. I
TMI.
don't know. It's really, it's true.
We're learning that explicit test.
I ripped my soul and my life essence from my physical form and bound it in a phylactery, and I operate in this skull.
Okay.
So, kind of the same thing if you think about
Really,
it.
if you think about it. Those humble beginnings. for
Yes.
both of us. Alright.
Hey, Ira, any updates?
Just quietly, like,
He says that if we let him and his friends go, his friends are in the lanterns, and all he's trying to do apparently is free them.
Oh, I told them I would free them.
Yes, I know.
He's Flora a little bit closer.
you made a friend.
And I think I don't know that there are consequences. Really.
Yes,
to-
in general,
yes.
Did he come from the box?
Yes.
Nailed it.
Did you do like a vibe check? Does he seem cool?
I
I don't
mean,
have vibe check.
I did a
I
vibe
think-
check, but I'm also hungover. So.
I think the last time he did a vibe check, he kind of fainted.
Okay, boomer.
Yes. But he's talking to me, and he says he means us no harm.
Okay.
He says he thought I was trying to stand between him and his brothers, which
Is that what happened to? I point in the direction of what's his face.
if he is the jail keeper, as they say, then yes,
Okay.
I would imagine.
Okay.
Did he say that he killed calamari?
I turn back to this.
Ask him why now, also, instead of like 3 days ago or something.
Oh, look, because he was just
He was
freed
in the
by the
box.
box.
Oh, right, because he was in the box.
Because he was in the box.
Can he hold a dagger?
Hey, can you hold a dagger? You
In
don't
my
have
teeth.
Can he like
a dead,
compel
like-
people with his mind?
Do you have any powers of like telepathy to control actions? There's a dead woman down on the ship.
Yes.
She brought you here.
Yes.
Did you stab her?
Yes.
Okay. He stabbed her. Did you also kill this man over here?
Yes.
The one that's
He killed
now-
the man over here too. So he killed all of them.
I drained his essence.
You drained his essence.
So wait a minute. He wasn't.
He drained his essence.
Okay. He was actually dead.
What
He
did
Oh,
wasn't
he
just
was
a-
dead. I texted. He was dead.
Oh, okay.
You
Yes.
texted. What did he do to get her to release him?
Why did she release you? Do you know?
She is descended from our line, but upon releasing me from my prison realized what I was.
Oh.
And panicked, and tried to kill me. So
Oh.
I killed her first.
He says that she
Classic.
was descended from his line. He used to be humanoid. I
It
believe.
used to be a line.
Oh,
And
does he doesn't.
Human
Does he
or-
speak primordial?
He doesn't speak anything. He's a floating skull. We're
I look
communicating
at you and I look
telepathically.
at
Communicating telepathically. He
So-
magically understands me.
I've seen weirder
End
shit.
result, are we opening this thing up?
Yeah.
My
I
vote's
think
no.
we need to.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just do it, see what happens, you
There's
know
gonna
what
be
I
a lot
mean?
of ships that crash into this rock.
Yeah.
Why can't they just get to normal life?
Or learn to steer.
What's gonna?
And what if
What's
What-
gonna happen?
what if this thing is somehow keeping, and I point at the rift, that not as bad as it could be?
Why would that be connected?
I don't know.
Well, there's only
I
one
look
way
at-
to find
I
out.
look at Theon. You are expert rift man.
Yes.
Any ideas on that one?
It's possible, but
For a plain yellow pumpkin
He said
to
he
become a
didn't know
golden
anything
carrot.
about
do
you,
not
though.
know what that means.
Yeah.
I asked him. He doesn't know about you, though.
My guess is that because of our interference in the tower, the rift, which was supposed to be a gate, has been slowed, but is slowly creeping open. I don't think that this, then he points to the orb overhead, has much to do with that, but I could be wrong.
What do you think would happen now that the prison keeper guy is dead? Anyway,
No new souls.
nothing. It's
What
just
happens when you abandon a prison? Everybody just sits in it until they die.
well, but if they're
They're already
undead, are they
dead,
gonna
so-
go away, or like are they gonna
No,
fade
they
out?
just sit here forever without being freed.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically it's coming down to free it. Free
I think
Willy.
I'm gonna free him. Is anyone gonna try to stop
Free Willy.
me?
No, I'm going
Shall
back
we take
downstairs.
a vote?
Vote.
Vote yay.
Yay!
Yay!
Roll it.
Desmond, are you
Oh, sh-
unconvinced?
No, I'm fine with whatever.
Okay.
Roll it.
I love that about you. You're so laid back.
Beautiful and
Taking
agreed.
a vote here.
Yeah, vote on
But
whether
your
or
vote,
not.
your vote won't count because the majority
It'll
has already
count, but-
won.
I mean, we still would like to
I
know.
vote for the minority just to be a contrarian.
Oh, you're such an asshole.
Fuck you, Roland!
Wait, I vote for Roland.
Well, I vote for Roland too.
Well,
Roland 2020.
Oh,
Wait, that
Four-
technically makes me
Better
the
than any other
tiebreaker.
option
4
out
versus
there.
3.
oh, little one.
I hold up Trevor's paw.
I'm going to press the button.
Okay.
The skull agree.
You just went over and put your hand on it and you
Just while
see-
everyone else is voting.
Yeah.
And I
you,
turn to the skull and I say, "We're going to hit the button."
We did.
I already
Neat!
did.
And just you see the color within begin to fade darker and darker and darker. And then that darkness begins to expand and the shielding bubble around this light source pops and you see two skulls kind of joined together float downward
Join where?
via the bone. They are
They are all made
stuck
of bone.
together. Yes. Yeah.
This would be really good.
I was hoping it was at the mouth.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's just a tooth in it.
they are conjoined.
Uh-huh.
And you see this one is a little bit different looking than the one floating in front of you. This one is just like that you've been speaking to is just like a simple skull with like gems in the eyes. These two are adorned with metal kind of decorating like the jaw and then like underneath the eye wrapping up around to the front of the skull, and they have runes kind of carved into the teeth which glow. And the third skull floats up and you see them sort of press their foreheads together and they turn back toward all of you. They float down the stairs and a moment later you see them fly out the window, clutching the lanterns in their teeth, and they disappear into the night.
Good night.
I'm going
What
back
about
to
my friend?
That was the one. That was
Who?
one of the ones.
He was one of the
He's
three.
one of the
Yeah.
three.
I'm going back to the books.
I'm going back to the boat to bring one of the boats over so we can get back to the boat.
I'll go with you.
I grab hold of Sprocket and I cast Dimension.
Okay, you back
Oh
down.
God, who let them be alone together?
Fade to black.
Scar, like, this isn't what I wanted.
You dimension door onto Desmond's boat, and he clicks her out, and like a
Disco
disco
ball.
light starts spinning. Well,
Waterbed. The waterbed comes up. From
There's
the
a
heart-shaped waterbed.
There's a laser bed and it just like starts rotating.
Oh, sorry, I misread the situation.
Wrong button, sorry.
Desmond's just like, oh god damn this remote. I was trying to click go.
Wrong go.
It's go, but in bold.
It's go with a winky emoji next to it. You are able to grab your boat and bring a little bit closer to the shore. Would you guys like to spend the rest of the evening here?
Yeah, I'm going to the books.
Okay, Kismet's going down to the books.
I grab Theon's jacket and I pull him
Yeah.
to me.
Anyone who wants a ride back to the main boat, hop on.
I say as I walk into the building.
At this point, Desmond, as you made your way back through the tower, the spell of anti-gravity has turned back on. You would be at the point of password, though.
Oh. Password.
Nope, still not password.
Lich.
Nope.
Blood.
Sure.
Nice.
And you float up, and you are like in a large tube of just no gravity.
Okay.
Bounce off the wall, then you can back up and then make your way to the top.
Hey everyone, whoever wants a ride back to the main boat, follow me.
And then I go back down and I get back on the boat.
All
With
right.
anyone who wants to go back to main boat.
All right. Those of you who go back to main boat, do so.
There's a dead body there.
There is. As you arrive, you can see that Tavon and Julius have begun to wrap the body in a clean white linen sheet and have tied ropes around the body with some will look to be her blades crossed across the chest, and then a small anchor sort of lashed across the back.
Please tell me you're playing your
Bagpipes?
Yes.
Actually, I was gonna say I walk by and I throw a fistful of glitter on her.
Oh.
And if anyone says anything, it's just from my religion.
Yes.
And then, sure, I'll play some bagpipes.
All right.
It's like, hey.
Just one note.
I'm gonna stay in the lighthouse.
Okay.
Nobody can sleep.
No.
All night.
Bagpipes all night long.
Far away on the shores of Dinar, a small child sits on the beach with his father. He hears this unholy screech echo across the water. What is that, Papa? Sea werewolves, boy. Kismet and Ira. Roland, are you going back to the boat as well?
Do I see what anyone else is doing? Like the people that are staying?
I
in-
said many times I'm going
Books.
to books.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah,
going to
I'll
books,
look at
and
the
I am
books.
saying I'm gonna get a cot and drag it up to the library.
Okay.
I'm going to books. What were books written in?
Those ones were written
were?
in a combination of common
Fantastic. I'll
and
stay there.
celestial.
They say book and they're written by author.
Author,
Yeah.
that's what I found out.
Yeah.
Come on, Tanner.
Well, but
I found out all this information for you.
Thank you.
So as you and Theon begin to look through the books, go ahead and make an investigation check.
$17.
Okay.
Same 7, 9. One of them was.
Between the three of you, you're able to kind of deduce that this was a pre-existing installation of research for some long-lost small order of sanguine blood mages, and it seemed that as the order was getting close to kind of fading away into nothing, they received a message from a Professor Hugo, who would offer to give them a patronage in order to continue their research and report back with the findings that they came across. Some of the binding rituals just sort of seem to be like experimenting with pre-existing ways of like harnessing a magical creature. For instance, like planar binding was experimented with, and Gaius and things like that, to just try to like control interplanar entities and things like that. And there's a little bit of a like note taking from a meeting that was had with Hugo probably maybe 3 years ago, in which the notes taken by the Azimar at the time was Hugo sort of pressing them to be able to, if hypothetically they were able to find a magical source of some kind that could amplify a binding spell, exactly how powerful that could become, and to what degree they could bind a being or potentially a plane.
Neat.
Were there any notes on how big it could be?
Their research so far did not yield any results as far as actually binding a plane itself. They were able to find, they found with a sample of something they were sent that they could bind several very large planar entities of some kind. Which you two would potentially recognize these writings as the binding and controlling research which led to the Sun Titans being used by Dinar way back when.
Fenric, you don't happen to remember exactly where we gave the gyroscope back to Quincy, right?
I think so. Is Quincy? Where is Quincy now? Is she in the? I don't remember either.
She's the co-lead tribune of Zadara with Madame Gloriana.
I'm pretty sure I did give her the gyroscope.
I think so. Okay.
Because that seems like a thing that would amplify a thing, as we witnessed multiple times.
Yeah, that'd probably be. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, it's just a thing that exists.
Do we want to get it so we can use it, or do we need to get it so they can't have it, or yes, no?
I mean, we could, making a quick plan, if we got it and Theon got a spell good enough, we could probably bind Ball without Hugo, right? If we had a thing that amplified a binding spell.
Yeah, we would need some kind of consumable component, though, something that would be, normally diamonds would work, but
I have 400 gold worth of gems.
that may work. I guess it depends on. We'll have to
Yeah.
look into it. If you're talking about another science-minded compatriot, then if I'm speaking with them, then we can potentially put our heads together.
Yeah,
and see what we
yeah,
can
I'll
come up with.
introduce you.
Yes.
I just don't want to. I don't trust Hugo with this anymore.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
He did threaten to kill me.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
really
yeah,
bad.
let's go find him.
Also, I'm
If
not.
you wanted me dead, you could have me dead, and we
Yes.
all know it.
Yes.
Also, I'm not really chill with the idea of, like, this research that he's supporting being at the cost of so many lives. So.
Actually, like from that, do we know?
Dude.
Because the recent ones were volunteered blood.
Mhm.
Do they die? Is from like what we can tell from the research, or is it like part
It
like
seemed
blood withdrawals without killing them?
It seemed they were people who were either on the brink of death. A lot of them volunteered from a plague kind of sweeping the southern continent.
The eye blight!
She's so mad.
Okay. So it's not like, I mean, I guess like morally questionable, but not like they were killing people
They were not like
per se.
Yeah.
They were-
kidnapping victims.
Unless they were the ones who released
well, yes, but
the pathogen.
did it say anything about that in the notes?
did not.
Okay. I'm going by what the book says.
I'm going by my book and also my brain.
I don't have that.
Oh.
I don't have your brain. I don't have your brain.
Oh, honey.
Oh.
I have my brain.
Okay, well. Anyway.
All right.
Do we want to take some of the more relevant ones back to peruse? Like,
Yep.
or more of the other ones?
Probably some of the binding books.
Yeah.
I'm asleep,
Let's-
by the way.
Okay. This is kind of happening in the background, but you are zonked
I am
out.
zonked out.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm still really tired. I think we should get back to the boat and leave
Ira's
this
sleeping
place.
here.
Yeah, you look over in the corner, and Ira's just like on a cot.
Well, I was gonna. So my plan was to stay because I didn't want Theon and Kismet to stay there, like without anybody else.
Oh, okay.
So.
Also,
they
there's
go
some
back.
really loud bagpiping happening.
Yeah.
haunting
Listen,
notes
I'm at level
reach
2
out.
exhaustion. Nothing can stop me.
Sure, I was gonna say, if anything, you can fall asleep with extra. That's the one
Yeah,
benefit.
that's
is
the one thing I can do
you
really
can go
well
to sleep.
Right now.
Uh,
Take a
It's just
short
like
rest.
in real life.
Push the cot down the stairs.
I'm gonna take some of, like, how many research journals are there?
I would say 20% of this entire library
Oh,
are
God.
handwritten journals.
Okay, no. I'm gonna take some of the more relevant ones involving, like, the Hugo stuff.
Yeah,
Sure.
the recent Hugo.
And,
Okay.
things like that. And then I'm gonna make Theon pick out binding books that would be helpful for binding Ball.
Sure, he kind of begins to dig through and like picks out a few somewhat
All bindings.
useful-looking tomes. And
Cool. I'm adding a pile of books to my equipment.
all right.
Pile of books.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do with the Tesser?
Yeah.
Wait,
Alright.
so all of you guys are
Looks
Still
like
in
they're
the
staying in
lighthouse?
the.
Are we
staying in the
sleeping in the
lighthouse,
lighthouse?
I guess I am.
Okay.
yeah. I'm fine with it.
I think I'd fall asleep while, like, reading books.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably do too.
Theon would lay down and pass out, and Archibald is just. Whenever Theon rolls, Archibald just kind of like awkwardly like steps to be on top of him.
Lockstep, like
Yeah.
long.
And especially
Big
if
bird
Archibald
steps.
is, like, if he's, like, watching, then I feel safe enough to, like, fall asleep while
Yeah.
reading.
All right. Down on boat, you guys are
On boat?
on boat, and the body of I want to say no nominee is pulled up to the side, and Tavon and Julius hold her up while you finish your song and plop her overboard. Anything anyone on the boat would like to do?
I want to grab Tavon by the elbow Sorry, actually. And I want to bring him over to the side. I wanna be like, I don't know if you have anything like fucky going on, but I swear to God, I will.
Wilson, hey!
Wilson.
It was a cat. It was a cat.
Wilson!
Wilson.
His little.
You better tell me right fucking now if you mean any harm to any of these people.
No.
I have +5 intimidation.
Go ahead and make an insight check with advantage.
Insight check?
Yeah, see if he's lying or not.
Oh, that's not great. That was a 20. Dirty 20.
He seems completely earnest. And
Okay.
A little bit afraid of you.
Good. That's all.
I can't keep up with these name changes.
Huh?
I can't keep up with these name changes. Because now he's earnest.
Oh.
I can't do this song. We'll be right after that.
Okay.
All right. With that, if everyone would like to go to bed, you may
Yep.
all take a long rest.
Woo!
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yeah!
We're so close. Guys. One more long rest. I'm free.
Free at last, free at last.
Kendall, thank you for playing.
Yay! Sprocket!
Happy to be here. It was super fun.
It was super fun.
Yay.
Thank you for solving my lich puzzle.
Dun, 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 dun.
We'll be back on Monday with the continuation of Tyranny of Dragons, and then Thursday back with this business. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, and bye.
Wow.
Woo.